in 6 people of reproductive age will at some point struggle to conceive. Access to care is limited and differs hugely from country to country. Just one round of IVF can cost twice an average annual household income. The WHO sets out 40 recommendations, from the simple, like stopping smoking, to the more complex. It's hoped better provision will mean sufferers no longer having to choose between children and financial security.
And the top advisor to the Ukrainian President, Volodymyr Zelensky, has resigned after anti-corruption investigators raided his home in the capital, Kyiv. Andriy Yermak was the president's chief of staff and head of the Ukrainian delegation at talks about ending the war with Russia. Zelensky said that he would hold consultations to find a replacement today and that the office of the president would be reorganized. And India's unexpected 0-2 loss to South Africa to the recently concluded Test series has left the team reeling. In a historic feat, South Africa's handed India their heaviest Test defeat by runs. Defying expectations, it marked the Southern African country's first series win in India in 25 years and India's second home series loss in just 12 months after a 12-year unbeaten run. The momentum built over the past 6 months has all but vanished, and the features for several players as well as head coach Gautam Gambhir now hand in balance. South Africa is the reeling cricket nation on the African continent, consistently ranking among the top teams globally across formats. A recap of the top story. 2 Zimbabwean nationals have been arrested for unlawful possession of explosives along the N1 National Road in Limpopo province of South Africa. For any news stories you'd like to share with us, please send an email to newsroom@channelafrica.co.za or call us on +2711 714 4459. For Channel Africa News, I am Matabela Mahabe.
SABC News. The African perspective. This is Puleng Mulibati on Channel Africa. Every weekend mornings to inform your weekend activities.
Good morning, Africa. I hope it's been a beautiful morning for you so far. Welcome to Channel Africa. Thank you so much to the Oasis team with Ntago. And of course, we're so grateful for all that had happened on Oasis. But for now, though, welcome to Out and About. And thank you so much to Matabelo Mahabi for the news. And of course, listen, let's get straight to it. Welcome to you and yours. Find us on channel 802 on DSTV Audio Bouquet and channel 628 on OpenView HD. And don't forget to find us on www.channelafrica.co.za. That's where you can stream us. And of course, we are coming through from SABC Studios in Johannesburg. That's where we are coming from. And don't forget to hit us up on our WhatsApp line on +27 63406 9126. And on our channel, on our social media platforms, find us on @ChannelAfrica1 and #Out and About. And as for what you can expect for this morning, it's going to be amazing. The show that celebrates people, places, and possibilities shaping how we live today. And I'm your host, Kitty Petla. And of course, we're going to be together all the way until 12 midday Central Africa time. And over the next few hours, we are diving into the stories that make South Africa a buzz, the creativity in our homes, the heart in our communities, the strength in our bodies, and the culture in our streets. We are starting with a festive season, not the commercial chaos, but the soulful part of it. For couples cooking restaurant-style meals at home, to parents building nurseries with intentional energy and love. And we meet the people finding joy in DIY, tradition, and togetherness. We take it outside literally, and with the rise of calisthenics across Africa, It's raw, it's real, it's accessible, and one man, Orlin Malumba, used it to completely transform his physique. And he joins us to talk strength, discipline, and the freedom of body training. We also shine a spotlight on women leading with purpose. Miss South Africa 2026 Varushka Singh steps into the studio. She's an engineer, a mother, a climate action champion. She's redefining what a crown stands for and a world that urgently needs conscious leadership. And we bring you the sound of someone who is about to shake up the music scene. Actress, model, performer, and now singer and songwriter Refilwe Maitisa makes her debut with a new genre that she calls Nurabi. Her single Home is fresh, nostalgic, and proudly South African. We unpack her journey from off-Broadway to center stage in Mzansi. And we lastly, check out what is happening in the pop culture news a bit later. So whatever you are doing in your car or in your kitchen, in bed, or just out and about, stay with us today. And the show is just going to be full of heart, creativity, transformation, and the kind of stories that remind us why South Africa never stops inspiring us. Up next, of course, my taste buds are so excited. Up next, of course, this festive season, don't forget that, forget all the restaurant bookings. Chef Nazrana is showing us how to bring the 5-star experience right here into your kitchen, and for us it's right here in the studio. My name is Kitty Petla. Thank you so much for being with us here on Channel Africa, the African perspective. It's exactly 10 minutes after 9 o'clock. A big thank you to our social media and digital team who make sure that everything runs smoothly, of course, on the socials. Speaking of which, please catch us on our YouTube channel, as well. Don't forget to download our Channel Africa app. We'll be back in just a moment to share all the goodness that is going to be happening in my mouth and my tummy when we get back.
Africa, meet Abedi.
Yeah, that's me.
Abedi is a music lover through and through.
I really love African music.
He's got a taste for all kinds of tunes and spends his days listening to Channel Africa. Guess what? He didn't know.
Okay.
Channel Africa wants to help Abedi and all music lovers everywhere to discover even more incredible music. That is why Channel Africa is calling on all African musicians to submit their music. Musicians, remember to give us all your relevant information. Make your submissions at music@channelafrica.co.za. Submissions are your chance to be heard on radio. But sadly, they do not guarantee that you'll be playlisted. All submissions will be carefully reviewed to see if they meet our station's requirement. Channel Africa, the African perspective. Your life, your rhythm, your Africa. Channel Africa. Find it for free on Google Play and the Apple App Store. Out and About comes to you every Saturday, 9 till 12 noon, Central African Time. Out and About comes to you every Saturday, 9 till 12 noon, Central African Time.
I Like You, and before that was Power by Amanda. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful song. A bit of swaying for Saturday morning right here on Out and About. My name is Kitty Petler. Welcome to you. We're going to take a quick break and we're going to get straight into it right after this.
When you have to wake your neighbors up.
This is Sahara with Loli Way. This song gets me thinking, though, how many songs have been written when it comes to trains? And it got me asking myself, what is so special about this form of transportation? When can this song be written ever about a tuk-tuk, that form of transportation? Nobody writes a song about a go-kart. But when it comes to songs like about trains, I've noticed. Is there a song about an aeroplane, by the way?
Sorry.
Somebody writing about an aeroplane. Ooh, the turbulence. What about those big ships? Are there any songs about those? But I really noticed that in different languages, you will find out there are songs when it comes to trains. Yeah, Stimela Sasezula, Stimela, then Loliwe, My Train. There's gotta be something so special about trains.
The Shy Guy.
See, people who have something to look forward to don't need an alarm clock.
You listen to The Shy Guy. 3 to 6 a.m. on the Morning Switch.
Es-tu préoccupé par quelque chose? Es-tu passionné par les questions qui comptent? As-tu une voix qui mérite d'être entendue? Eh bien, nous avons la plateforme parfaite pour toi. Téléphone-nous ou fais-nous un WhatsApp au +27 66 408 87 42 et nous te rappellerons. Sois dans la conversation.
Salut Channel Africa, ici Beno le diamant rouge et Bina l'export depuis le Cameroun, le pays des lions. Voilà.
Sois dans la conversation. Il ne s'agit pas seulement de parler, mais c'est ta chance d'exprimer ton point de vue, de partager tes opinions et de t'engager avec une communauté qui valorise ton avis. Suivez-nous sur les réseaux sociaux, visitez notre site www.channelafrica.co.za et préparez-vous à partager vos points de vue sur Channel Africa, la perspective africaine.
The Upside, taking the African perspective to fresh levels.
From Channel Africa, about to have ourselves a good time right now. One Twara.
Come on, brother, man.
It's a whole thing.
You've partnered up with Focalistic, based on a true story.
You know, it's actually crazy for you to put it like that, partnered up. You know, this is someone I look up to from a very long time. 3 years ago, we put out a single, Pele Pele.
Yeah.
You know, that was my first record with him. This project, based on a true story, the album was so highly anticipated and premeditated on our end, you know, because it's something we constantly, you know, kept on going back and forth about, but we never actioned it. It's actually quite crazy because all of this is happening whilst we are both working on our albums. You know, I'm working on my album 31314 because there's a record, 31314, the interlude. So it's like a prelude to the album, you know.
Let me pronounce it properly. Is it 31314? 31314.
The Upside, live and real. It's dynamic.
Você é fluente em português? É apaixonado por rádio e quer trabalhar na África do Sul? Você tem documentos que o qualificam para trabalhar na África do Sul? Nesse caso, podemos ter uma oportunidade para você trabalhar no Canal África. Envie seu currículo e demonstração para Canal África at newsroom@channelafrica.co.za. Lembre-se, se você não receber alguma resposta nossa em 14 dias, isso significa que você não foi selecionado. Canal África, a perspectiva africana.
Out and About comes to you every Saturday, 9 till 12 noon, Central African Time.
Welcome to Channel Africa, the African perspective. My name is Kitty Petla, standing in for Puleng on Out and About. Please do find us on, just with a click, just find us on OpenView HD on channel 628 and DSTV Audio Bouquet on channel 802. And you can stream us on www.channelafrica.co.za. Should you have missed a show or an interview of your choosing, and you might have missed it, find us there and you can check out the podcast on that streaming line. And of course, our WhatsApp line is +27 63406 9126. You might just want to use our WhatsApp line for what's about to happen. And also interact with us on our socials on @ChannelAfrica1 on our YouTube channel, as we can check out exactly what is happening, because we're going to be tasting a lot of good food. Of course, I'm so excited. And it's the festive season. Cooking has officially entered its restaurant at home era, and couples around the world and right here in South Africa are ditching the old school roast only vibes and embracing restaurant style small plates, bold global flavors, lighter menus, shared cooking, and meals that look as good as they taste. And today we are joined by a culinary powerhouse who's not just riding the wave, she's shaping it. Chef Nazrana Faki, award-winning chef, patisserie specialist, Raza Rosetta Award recipient, and one of South Africa's most active culinary judges. She's in studio with us, and with festive meals ideas, chef secrets, and couples, of course, are going to be having a field day with this. And of course, my favorite, we're going to be tasting a few of her dishes that she's brought with us, with her in studio. Good morning, chef. How are you?
Morning, I'm fine, thanks, and yourself?
Good, good. I'm so excited to have you in studio because my mouth is already watering and it smells so amazing in the studio. So listen, I'm very, very excited. Chef, I want to check, want to go straight into it. You've trained judges and run your own restaurant and taught hundreds of people how to cook. What have you noticed about couples and their relationship with food during the festive season?
So I haven't trained judges. I am a judge.
Yes.
I just want to clear that.
Okay.
Thank you for the good introduction. Sure. So with food and couples, during the festive season, we generally put the diet away and you just start eating and enjoying the holiday. When it comes to food, remember, food makes memory.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go back to in school when you maybe had those samba snacks with the guava juice, if you eat it today, you'll still get that same feel. So the palate's like that. When you eat something, that nostalgia comes back.
Of course.
So when you're in the festive season and you're enjoying the meals that your couple, the couple that likes it, they generally create a lot of memories around that food. So whether it be like a warm, cozy pasta or, like you said, a roast. A lot of people are not doing roast anymore. But if you have roast, you'll remember, oh, that's what we used to have before.
Right.
So yes, you can still do roast. Maybe you can jazz it up a little bit, but it shouldn't be leaving the table.
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. Nostalgia is a big thing, man. Especially when it comes to festive seasons. Really, really, really a big thing. And especially when we come together. And it's very correct that, today it's not about someone slaving away in the kitchen. We all, bring a dish they'll remind you of a specific memory, and we just have a massive festive time in celebrating food and memories. Not everyone has a culinary diploma, but everyone loves food that is good as well. What are some simple ways couple can create restaurant level magic at home without needing chef skills? That would be for me, of course.
So definitely, I feel, using simple ingredients, creating simple recipes, that's where the feel is. So if you have like a home cooked meal, after a tired day when you come home, you just want to have something like home cooked. Right. And you don't need that many ingredients. For example, like today, I made the simplest dish, which people would think like, oh, anyone can cook that. But that's what represents you. That's what brings you home. No matter where you go or what you eat, you just want to go home for that home cooked meal. And I feel like couples should plan their eating around that, bring back that old table vibes. You can jazz it up, but keep it simple, keep it classic, warm, homely, because that's the festive season.
I like what you're saying, keep things very familiar in terms of the palate. I like that a lot because that really is a massive winner when it comes to the stomach being very happy, I guess. Familiarity for me, I guess, is such a big thing because then you have such a wholesome heart because you just had good food.
Exactly. So if you take a simple mac and cheese, you can just do it the normal home way, or you can do it the extra way where you got a lot of different cheeses but you always come back to basics.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's what I feel. I always keep it basic. I like flavor, I like texture, but I don't like to go overboard. So even when I'm judging, I always say, just keep it simple and classy, because that's what we like, where you have, you can mess up a normal rice.
That's true.
Because you're trying to add things.
It's true.
If you just keep it simple and you give us a good rice,
that's true.
It's so much better than you making this
complicated.
Yes, and then it's not where you want it to be.
Yeah,
you know?
that's very true. It's
So
very
just
easy to
keep-
botch a rice or stew. It's very, very easy. Now, you've hosted community cooking events and World Chef Day programs. How does cooking together strengthen connection, romance, or just to bring back fun between couples?
So, I know that I do a lot of like couple evenings.
Right.
So we like a group of friends invite their spouses or their partners, and then I go there and then we make like a dish. And it's so fun because there's music, there's vibes, there's the aesthetic, so besides the food, you know, I can give you the same plate of food and if you're in a bad mood and it's going to taste horrible. And if I give you the same plate of food, if you're in a good mood, it's going to taste completely different.
Right.
So when you're in that mood and in that vibe and you just like having fun, you know, and remember, cooking's fun. A lot of people don't like cooking, and then when they go in the kitchen, they were like, "I made a cake. It was really fun," because it's fun.
Yeah, that's true.
So because I think people like look at that like big cake at a cafe, they'll be like, "Oh no, that cafe has the best cakes," but that took a lot of time. So at home, just like keep it simple, and then it still tastes nice. But you can just keep it simple and you'll be fine.
And it could also be messy. It can be a messy, fun event.
Yeah, it is. And when it comes to food, there's a lot of memories that are made through food. Like, no matter what you eat in, like even if I grab a coffee with you, it's just like you'll remember that coffee, or when you have a coffee again, you'll just think like, oh, we had a coffee yesterday, because that's what food does. Yeah. It's it's not only on the palate, it's like everywhere.
Absolutely. I mean, food is just really magical. It's one way to make a person happy, you know.
I totally agree.
Like, honestly, for me, I'm a foodie. I love food. Know me. No, I dance before I eat because that's how much I love food. Many couples feel intimidated by the kitchen. What's one belief or myth about festive cooking that you wish people would let go of?
So I feel that, like, you know, in the olden days, like, I don't know, like people would cook multiple dishes. That's because, remember, they were not working, they were just like at home. So they had like a few days to prepare all of this. So now you've been like working and maybe doing school runs, the part that I hate. So you don't have so much time, but you can still put a decent meal together, if you understand what I'm saying. So you don't need to do like 7 dishes. You can just do like 3 amazing dishes and it's the same thing.
I agree. I learned that the hard way, you know, because I'm so nervous about Christmas, because last time I had to host Christmas, man, I did so many dishes and I was just like, you know, maybe I could have just done oxtail, dumpling, and maybe another, you know, a salad. You know, so I could have kept it simple. My gosh, but I was slaving away the night before. And I was like, man, I don't have to, because I could have kept it simple.
See, that's what I'm saying. So because we maybe looking too much into social media and into, you know, when you look at a newspaper or a magazine, you see like these tables of food. We don't need to do that. We just need to keep it simple.
Yeah.
And like I'm saying, 3 dishes, 4 dishes, like you're saying, you could have made oxtail, dumplings, and 2 sides.
Yeah.
But no, you needed
I
to
went
do all.
I went to Namakwaland and back.
That's
okay.
what you see. And also, like, prep's very important. Even in your normal day-to-day kitchen.
Absolutely.
So it's just not, the restaurant does prep. So if you, for example, had prepped maybe 2 days before, so you prepped your oxtail, you prepped the stuff, and then did some sides that you know are okay, you'd be okay, because then you wouldn't be doing so much, and then you wouldn't be so tired the day that you're now presenting your food.
Yeah, because you know, the funny thing is I did prep, but also I think when you, as you say, if you are having fun in the kitchen, you tend to get carried away a bit.
That's true.
So I went off on a tangent, not realizing that I'm going to tire myself out. My gosh. But speaking of food, you know, you brought us some nice yummy stuff. Now you've brought some incredible dishes for us. Let's start with the first one. What is it?
So I brought chicken curry and rice. I know
see?
it's simple. See, I'm telling you. But it's my the reason I brought it, it's like my feel. Like I just sometimes if I'm having a bad day, I just want a nice home chicken curry and rice.
Especially with this weather.
Yeah.
Especially with this weather.
Like I just need it. And then because I'm Indian, we have it with poppadoms and an like a achar and a sambal. So the sambal's like a salad, but it has like vinegar and seasoning, and so it's different.
And in terms of preparation, how long does it take for you to prepare
so
this nostalgic meal? Because
it's
it's,
like
literally
an
it's a go-to meal.
Okay,
yeah.
45 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
That quick?
Just right.
That is quick. Oh my gosh, that is really, really quick. Now walk us through how couples can prepare this at home. What are the key ingredients or techniques that elevate it from home meal to restaurant style plate?
So
I'm taking notes for myself.
So remember, when you cook at home, it's with love.
Of course.
So you just need to put in that love. You just need good ingredients, good fresh ingredients, time. So example, like, sauteing the onions, for example, simple thing. You can mess it up, You
Easily.
can like under saute and then you have like these like string onions like all over the place. You can over saute and then it's just like dark and burnt and then you get that burnt flavor. Or you can just like do it properly. So see, it's an onion, literally.
Right.
But it's just the way you do it, So you just need good ingredients, time, patience, love, and you have your meal.
Tell me something. Would you say cooking as a couple is a love language?
I find cooking very therapeutic. So that's now me. But I think for everyone, like even if you hate cooking, just listen to me. Go in the kitchen and just feel it.
Yeah.
It's the most amazing thing ever.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm just having a bad day, I just go and make something. And then I'm fine.
And it's so funny. I was sitting with a very good friend of mine. Actually, she's my colleague as well, Mateko. And I was at her house yesterday, and we were just having, a beautiful chat. But she was busy in the kitchen making a beautiful soup. But she did it so quickly. For me, it would take me a while actually. But it was through conversation, and then at a blink of an eye, she was done. You're quite right. Like, if you step in the kitchen, it is fun. She made it seem so easy and effortless. And in between, we had snacks, of course. But she was done and dusted with that soup in like 45 minutes, So you're very, very right. So one has just got to step in the kitchen and really feel it. Because I'm like that. When I step into the kitchen, like, what do I feel like today? And I know, like, if you cook something that you feel like and you really want, everybody else is just going to enjoy it, I don't know if that's the case for 100%. You as well.
Like, if you, even if someone doesn't eat, for example, chicken curry, and they sitting next to you, I'm telling you, they're just going to want to be like, okay, let me taste this one.
Of course.
What's the difference? But it's just because you're like in that mood, in that vibe, It's all about food creates a vibe.
Absolutely.
On its own.
Absolutely.
Like, it doesn't need an introduction. It's a vibe.
You're known for beautiful presentations, from patisserie to fine dining. What plating tips can couples use to make their festive meal Instagram ready? Hey man, that's a dangerous place. Instagram, man.
Instagram, no. So I'm a chef, okay? And if I try some of the things that you see on TikTok and Instagram, like, what even? So I made something day before yesterday. And I said, I hate TikTok. Because it didn't come out like that.
Exactly.
So there's a lot of editing that goes into that. So it was nice. But it wasn't even looking like that. And that's where people lose motivation. They're like, oh, we followed it step by step, but it didn't. I'm a whole chef, and I'm telling you, but mine too didn't come out because I don't have the same editor.
With that sparkle and, with that shading, with that filtering, at least you're being very honest with us, So basically what you're saying, people shouldn't have those Instagram expectations, right?
Definitely. And, even when I judge, I always say this, and I say it again. Don't want to overplate.
The plate, yes.
You know, we believe as judges, as chefs, that what's on the plate needs to be edible.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm serving a lemon mousse, for example, in a lemon skin, okay, now you're firstly wasting like a whole lot of lemons because you need a whole lot of skins, okay? And then you're going to put your mousse in. Now remember, if it stands, we're not going to eat all because we're at home. If we're going to keep it in the fridge and then that lemon rind goes in the mousse, it's going to eventually get bitter. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just keep it simple. Put it in bowls. Put a nice maybe lemon peel on the top. But you don't need to go extra.
Overboard.
Yeah, because
yeah.
I understand we all want our food to look Instagram good. If you see me on Instagram, my food looks good. But it's edited and it's not raw. You know, it's not like where I can tell you, I just made this and I plated it. There's definitely like things to it, you know.
I hope people are really listening and realizing that, there's so much that goes into Instagram, TikTok. Not everything is what it is. Do you know what I mean? So I just hope people take that note, especially from a chef saying that, from that point as well.
You know, when I go visit someone, and I walk in and so they invite me to eat. And then when I walk in, they're like, oh, we're not a chef, but we tried. No,
it's not about that.
Yeah, it's not. It's really not.
Yeah, it's not
like,
about that.
It's about, did you cook like good food, good flavor, good texture?
My taste buds will tell you.
Yes. But like, I don't need it to look now like Gordon Ramsay just stepped in.
That's true.
No.
That's very true. Oh my gosh. People are under a lot of pressure. But anyways, they put themselves under pressure when it comes to kitchen. And as you say, cooking should be fun. For couples who... listen, let me hold that thought because we need to go on a spot break. We'll take a break and then we'll continue with our conversation. I'm getting so carried away because I love food. We'll be back in just a moment right here on Channel Africa.
Ukatili wa kijinsia unaharibu maisha na kutenga jamii. Hutokea nyumbani, shuleni, kazini na mara nyingi kwa ukimya. Lakini hauwezi kuendelea. Ukiona, ongea. Ikiwa unaumia, funguka kwa sababu kutofanya lolote sio chaguo. Sikiliza vituo vyote 19 vya redio kuanzia Jumatano ya tarehe 23 Julai kwenye mijadala, ushauri, tamthilia, maonyesho ya elimu na mahojiano na wataalamu, manusura, watunga sheria na nchi nzima iliyoathirika na ukatili wa kijinsia kwenye vituo vyako pendwa vya redio. Piga simu 0800 428 428 ili kuripoti unyanyasaji au kupata msaada. GBV ikomeshwe na wewe. Ujumbe huu umeletwa kwenu na shirika la SABC.
Start your weekend grounded. The River of Wisdom.
When you have to wake your neighbors up.
This is Sahara with Loliwe. This song gets me thinking, though, how many songs have been written when it comes to trains? And it got me asking myself, what is so special about this form of transportation? When can this song be written ever about a tuk-tuk, that form of transportation? Nobody writes a song about go-karts. But when it comes to songs like about trains, I've noticed. Is there a song about an aeroplane, by the way?
Sorry.
Somebody writing about an aeroplane. Ooh, the turbulence. What about those big ships? Are there any songs about those? But I really noticed that in different languages, you will find out there are songs when it comes to trains. Yeah, Stimela Sasezula, Stimela, then Loliwe, My Train. There's gotta be something so special about trains.
The Shy Guy.
See, people who have something to look forward to don't need an alarm clock.
You listen to The Shy Guy. 3 to 6 a.m. on the Morning Switch. Out and About comes to you every Saturday, 9 till 12 noon. Central African Time.
Welcome to Out and About with me, Kitty Petla, standing in for Puleng. It's exactly 9:45 on Channel Africa. Please do find us on channel 802 on DSTV Audio Bouquet, and on OpenView HD we're on channel 628. www.channelafrica.co.za is where we are, where you can stream us. Our social media platforms, find us on @ChannelAfrica1. Before we wrap things up, I'm going to be tasting all the goodies from a chef right here, you know. So what am I going to be tasting?
Okay, so let me tell you how to eat it.
Yes.
Okay? You're going to take a papadum.
Okay.
And then you're going to
just break it a bit.
Yeah. And then you're going to scoop rice.
Okay.
And scoop like gravy.
I'm scooping rice. I hope it doesn't break. Wait, let me try a bigger one.
If it breaks, then just use the fork. But it's the aesthetic, remember?
Yes. No, we're going to get it right. Yes, I've got the rice.
And then the gravy.
Then a gravy.
And then we're going to take a bite. So we also have pickles and sambal.
This is good. My gosh. You see, it looks as good as it tastes, you know what I mean? So it's really, really yummy.
Simple.
Exactly. Oh my God, it's got nice flavors. Oh my gosh. And then you said the pickled fruit.
Yes, so that's dry fruit achar. So I'm Indian and we say achar, but it's achar, okay? And then they sambal on the side. You can also have it with your rice and curry.
Oh my gosh. This
Or
is so
gravy.
good. You see, can I tell you something? Do you know I don't eat achana, but this is really good. This is really this is so
it's
yummy.
simple. It's just dry fruit that you buy in a packet. You chop it all up. Get some spices and some flavors, and then it's done.
Oh man, this is so good. And listen, this just is a flavor of so many things. So many things in my mouth that's happening right now, and it's just a burst of beauty, soul, and fun and deliciousness. Thank you so much. And just to wrap it up, finally, 2025 has been a huge year for you, judging competitions, training community work. What's next for Chef Nazrana, and what can we look forward to as well?
Okay, so I'm saying I pray because I really do. I really want to open a chef school in Soweto.
Okay.
It's my future dream. It's in the pipeline. I just need chef school's very expensive, and everyone knows that. Culinary schools are like ridiculously blessed. I'm just trying to meet with the government halfway, where it can be affordable for all,
Yeah.
The reason I'm choosing Soweto is because I traveled by like 3 means of transport before I actually got to chef school.
Right.
So my dad would take me to Park Station. I take the Gautrain from Park Station to the Gautrain to the Gautrain Pretoria, and then I get off there. I take the bus, and then the bus drops you somewhere, and then I walk to my chef school because I went to chef school in Centurion.
Right.
If I'd go with like normal transport from Lenasia to Centurion, it was very hard for me to find at that time.
Right.
And it would take me like 2.5 hours because of traffic. Remember, I have to leave the same time as everybody else.
Is there a reason why you chose the chef school in Pretoria?
So, actually, I didn't like academics. So, one day when I just seen the advert, I was like, this is the school I'm applying to. That's the first ever school I even knew about.
Right.
I didn't do research like to go to other schools. I'm just like, this one, it's Faith.
Oh, man.
So, that's the reason I went to that.
Yeah.
It was very nice. It was in the Centurion Mall at that time. I think they moved now.
And what's the name?
CTIA.
CTIA, okay.
Yeah, so I just feel if there's one closer to me, closer to my radius, because I'm from the south, remember? So that's why I'm choosing something closer so that we can all benefit from it.
But man, Soweto is a great place to start. There's so much flavor there. It's such a vibe.
It's such a vibe. It's such a vibe.
It really is a vibe. Thank you so much for being with us this morning and allowing us to taste all this beautiful flavor. I'm going to be eating more of this food. Thank you for just giving us a beautiful story. And I hope couples and families continue to have such an amazing time in the festive season and keeping it simple, in the name of good food. So thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me. It was so nice to chat to you.
Oh man, that was Chef Nazrana Afaki, award-winning chef, patisserie specialist, Raza Rosetta award recipient, and one of South Africa's most active culinary judges. Thank you so much to her. We're going to continue with more when we get back in just a moment.
You heard something you like on Channel Africa, and you would like to hear it again. Worry not, we've got your back. Just go to our website, www.channelafrica.co.za, and look for our podcast.
Ukatili wa kijinsia unaharibu maisha na kutenga jamii. Hutokea nyumbani, shuleni, kazini na mara nyingi kwa ukimya. Lakini hauwezi kuendelea. Ukiona, ongea. Ikiwa unaumia, funguka, kwa sababu kutofanya lolote sio chaguo. Sikiliza vituo vyote 19 vya redio kuanzia Jumatano ya tarehe 23 Julai kwenye mijadala, ushauri, tamthilia, maonyesho ya elimu na mahojiano na wataalamu, manusura, watunga sheria na nchi nzima iliyoathirika na ukatili wa kijinsia kwenye vituo vyako pendwa vya redio. Piga simu 0800-428-428 ili kuripoti unyanyasaji au kupata msaada. GBV ikomeshwe na wewe. Ujumbe huu umeletwa kwenu na shirika la SABC.
Você é fluente em português? É apaixonado por rádio e quer trabalhar na África do Sul? Você tem documentos que o qualificam para trabalhar na África do Sul? Nesse caso, podemos ter uma oportunidade para você trabalhar no Canal África. Envie seu currículo e demonstração para Canal África at newsroom@channelafrica.co.za. Lembre-se, se não receber alguma resposta nossa em 14 dias, isso significa que você não foi selecionado. Canal África, a perspectiva africana.
Out and About comes to you every Saturday, 9 till 12 noon, Central African Time. Out and About comes to you every Saturday, 9 till 12 noon, Central African Time.
It is Channel Africa, the African perspective. Welcome to Out and About with me, Kitty Petler. It's really been an awesome, crazy morning across social media and parenting circles. Right now, we are all doing things DIY. The big trend is simple. Parents want nursery that feels intentional and done with love. So we're just going to be going straight into such an amazing conversation. And today we are joined by mom influencer Mpho Putini, a singer, a radio presenter and proud mom who's been sharing her motherhood journey online. And it's just really an honor to have her in studio. Welcome, Mpho. Good morning, and thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
Man, tell us the story. What made you decide to build your baby nursery yourself instead of buying and hiring someone to do it?
You know, I went that route first of all because it is ridiculously expensive to get someone to do it. And apart from that, I wanted that personal touch. You know, I wanted to be involved. I really wanted to be a part and parcel of the process, and that was quite important for me. And when I built my nursery, my child was already born. He came a little earlier than expected, at 35 weeks.
Wow.
So we were literally just brushing through it. I'd bought the stuff, but I was taking my time. I still had 5 weeks, you know, I was so relaxed. And the next thing, you know, the baby arrived prematurely. So the baby was kept at NICU.
Right.
And, you know, much as it's not great to leave your baby in hospital, but it really gave me a chance to then sort myself out, sort my nursery out, because I'd really bought a few items.
Wow.
And I started buying very early on. You know, every time I see a sale somewhere, a special here and there, I'd be buying a few things here and there. So that gave me a chance.
This is pretty intense. I mean, your child was in ICU,
Yes.
and you know, you're going through it at that time.
Yes, there's so much going on.
Yeah. So how did you even find the strength to actually start the process of preparing the nursery? Was it therapeutic for you in somewhat?
Oh, Like, you captured it so beautifully. It was definitely therapeutic. And apart from that, I had my family, you know. I had my sister-in-law who was around, my brother as well. So I really had a strong support structure at the time. And this is why I was then able to do other things. And I think you put it very well, that it was quite therapeutic for me. So even building that nursery for me, because you can understand when a child is in NICU, that it feels like the nurses know your child more than you do. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
So now I get to do something for my child, you know, whilst they're in hospital. So it really, I felt connected to him in a sense.
Oh my gosh. And how long did that whole process take? I can't even imagine what you're going through, building everything. It's so. Walk us through day one of building that nursery.
It was really beautiful. Like, it literally took a day, because I kept it very simple.
Right.
I really kept it simple, and it was beautiful. I think simple does it. And, you know, nice pictures on the wall, the necessities, stuff that I need. I'm a mom of 3. This is my 3rd child, so I know what works and what doesn't, because sometimes we buy so many things that we don't really use. So I was very minimal. I knew I needed this. Drawers are important. Your cot is essential. A cute little toy basket is important. Right. Beautiful pictures. Less is more.
Literally, I'm in awe of you, because if I try to DIY something, I'll start, but I won't have a finish. Do you know what I mean? So in terms of, you know, the color palette that you chose, like painting, I can't imagine starting. I've started with painting, and I never had a follow through. Do you know what I mean? So I'm literally in awe, but I think more so in awe of what you were going through at the time. But you birthed something so beautiful for your child to receive when they come home, which is really, really incredible. What were the biggest surprises, you know, the things you didn't expect to be hard, to love doing this yourself as well? What were the things that you didn't expect?
In terms of building the nursery? I mean, just assembling the stuff and ensuring that everything stays in its place. And I think it happened at a perfect time for me. You know what I mean? So I was in the right, not necessarily in the right state of mind, but because it was something therapeutic, I really gave it my all.
I mean, you know, you've shared a lot on social media. How's that journey been, you know, in terms of your DIY journey as well?
It's been really wonderful, to be quite honest. A lot of vulnerability and just being vulnerable with other moms, which I appreciate, because then you get a lot of moms just opening up and getting ideas and realizing, oh my goodness, this is not just for the well off, this is something I can do for my child.
Right.
Because a lot of the stuff they already have.
Right.
It's just sometimes putting it in a corner, in a room. Do you know what I mean? Work with what you have. Work with your own space. Don't try and imitate something else that you're seeing, but do it your own way.
Yeah.
And that's what works.
Now, this started off as a therapeutic project for you. Where has it taken you? The whole DIY journey, in terms of it starting off as something small where you're like, no, I'm doing this for me. Where is it now? Where has it taken you now with the use of social media as well?
Channel Africa. I'm here now, and it's such an honor.
Oh man, that's beautiful.
Because of really connecting with other moms and just doing something that you love.
And you know, also quickly, I just wanted to know, in terms of safety, what would you advise for moms or for dads out there in terms of safety, the perspective of safety in terms of putting things together with DIY? What would you advise people out there?
I think safety is quite important, because most moms who are putting together nurseries are obviously a lot of the times expecting then, you know. So it's important to get the help that you need. Yes, it is DIY, but you are expecting a precious bundle of joy, and we want that bundle of joy to be protected.
Absolutely.
So get all the help that you can. You can be involved. I mean, like I was saying, my child was in hospital. I just had a C-section, but I had a lot of help around me. And I'd, help here and there. So that's what really works.
And lastly, this is, for me, quite important. What are your top 3 must-have items in the nursery that made a daily life easier for you as a new mom?
You definitely need those drawers to pack your baby's clothes. You know, that's essential. Whether you have a nursery or not, you can't ride without it. You need that. You definitely need your quad bed. I love a toy basket, which you can use for both toys and clothes. In the beginning, I've got a toy basket. It's nice. It's written, but I use it for clothes. And now, as my baby's 8 months now, we're getting a lot of toys. Now we're starting to use it as a toy box. You know, so you double up some stuff.
Yeah,
and that really helps.
Oh, thank you so much, Mpho, for coming to join us this morning. Oh, man, it's been a mad rush and it's such an interesting conversation. And I'm so happy and I guess literally, I can't even use another word. I'm just in awe of what you made a difficult situation into such a beautiful win, you know. So thank you so much for sharing your journey.
Thank you.
As a mom and influencer, thank you so much, Mpho Putini, coming here, joining us to let us know about her journey of DIY, putting it together, a nursery for her bundle of joy while they were, you know, fighting for their own life in hospital. So this is just like such a beautiful story. And I hope your son is just really, was probably happy in his cot and his nursery. So thank you so much for joining us. We're a bit late for the news. We've got news up next with Matapelo.
SABC News. The African Perspective.
Thank you, Kitty. Top stories this hour. 2 Zimbabwean nationals arrested in South Africa for unlawful possession of explosives, and China mourns Hong Kong blaze victims. Good morning. 2 Zimbabwean nationals have been arrested for unlawful possession of explosives along the N1 National Road in Limpopo province of South Africa. Police spokesperson Malisela Ledwaba says that the men were travelling in a taxi from Zimbabwe to Gauteng when the vehicle was stopped and searched. Police discovered 7 boxes containing explosives with an estimated worth of more than $116,000. The suspects will appear in court on Monday. Malisela says that various items were also discovered.
The taxi with 2 occupants, including the driver, was stopped and searched. The following items were recovered and confiscated: 7 bags full of explosives, connector fuse detonators, cords, and blaster cartridges to the street value of 2.5 million rand. The 2 suspects were arrested and explosives, the Toyota Quantum and trailer, were confiscated as part of ongoing investigation.
And the Prime Minister of Senegal, Ousmane Sonko, has called for the announcement of the results of Guinea-Bissau elections. The outcome of Sunday's polls was disrupted when the military seized power just a day before the announcement was due on Thursday. Toppled President Umaro Sissoko Embalo fled to Senegal on Thursday after he was released from military detention. Sonko says that the Electoral Commission in Guinea-Bissau must be allowed to declare the winner.
What happened in Guinea is an unjustified sham. To be brief, I first demand that the electoral process be finalised and that the Commission announce the winner. The individuals who were arrested, including Domingos Pereira, who wasn't even a candidate and was arrested and couldn't even access his medication, must be released.
And South Africa's Parliament's official opposition party, MKP, has urged Parliament to protect MPs serving on the ad hoc committee. The committee is looking into allegations of criminal infiltration and political interference in the country's criminal justice system. MKP Chief Whip Colleen Makubela says she's written to the Speaker of the National Assembly to inform her of the kidnapping of one of their member, Vusi Shongwe, who is an alternative member serving on the ad hoc committee. Shongwe was apparently kidnapped on Wednesday night, his 3 cell phones confiscated, and was made to pay a substantial amount of money. Onto this now, foreign runners continue to dominate the Soweto Marathon. Lesotho's Khwarahlane Setlaudi, running in colours of Hollywood Bets, has won the 30th edition of the race in cool and wet conditions this morning. Last year's runner-up was a part of a 3-man group who took the lead with just more than 5 kilometres to go, and he proved to be the strongest in the end. He crossed the finish line in an official time of 2 hours and 20 minutes and 9 seconds, well outside the record, but capping a remarkable year in which he also won the 2 Oceans Marathon. The women's race was won by Margaret Jepchumba of Kenya in 2 hours, 34 minutes and 33 seconds. They pocketed close to $15,000 each. Some 18,000 runners started the race at 5 o'clock this morning, with South Africa's Deputy President Paul Mashatile being one of them. And Hong Kong is in mourning for the 128 victims of a devastating fire at Wang Fuk Court apartment complex, with 200 individuals still unaccounted for. Authorities have arrested 11 people amid investigations into potential corruption and unsafe renovation materials. The fire, which broke out on Wednesday, affected 7 of the 8 32-story blocks, exacerbated by malfunctioning fire alarms. Rescue operations have been concluded, but searches for more bodies continues. Hong Kong officials have observed a moment of silence, and a condolences book have been made available for the public. Only 39 of the deceased have been positively identified as families grieve for their loved ones. A recap of your top story. 2 Zimbabwean nationals have been arrested for unlawful possession of explosives along the N1 National Road in Limpopo province of South Africa. For any news stories you'd like to share with us, please send an email to newsroom@channelafrica.co.za or call us on +2711 714 4459. For Channel Africa News, I am Matapelo Mahape.
SABC News. The African perspective. This is Puleng Mulibati on Channel Africa. Every weekend mornings to inform your weekend activities.
It's exactly 6 minutes after 10 o'clock right here on Channel Africa. Welcome back to you, and welcome to the second hour of Out and About. Thank you so much to Matapelo Mahape for the news. We continue all things beautiful right here on Channel Africa on Out and About. So you can find us on Channel 628 on OpenView HD and DSTV Audio. We care on Channel 802 and www.channelafrica.co.za is where we are, where you can stream us, and at Channel Africa 1 is where we are on our social media platforms. In this hour, we kick things off with heading straight to the streets and the workouts on the streets, of course. And calisthenics is no longer just a global trend; it's a lifestyle, a movement, and for many South Africans, a lifeline. And today we meet one of its champions, Orlin Malumba. He didn't just lose weight, he rebuilt his entire relationship with fitness using nothing but body weight, bars, and sheer will. His story is an honest, motivating, and a reminder that transformation is always within reach. And then, of course, we raise the stakes with a queen who's not wearing her crown for aesthetics. She's wearing it for action. Miss SA South Africa 2026, Varushka Singh joins us to talk climate, purpose, and a new kind of relationship. She's a leadership rather. She's a mom, a chemical engineer, and she's an incredible advocate who believes the future is something we need to build. And I think it's just really, really incredible that we're going to be having this conversation with her. And that's going to be coming up in just a moment. But now, let's just take a quick break and sway a bit right here on Out and About.
Africa Update on Channel Africa with Lulu Kabu.
Mozambique's opposition leader Venancio Mondlane has been charged with incitement to terrorism and disobedience. He faces a total of 5 charges. The charges relate to post-election violence that left hundreds of people dead. What punishment is he looking at?
The most severe charges are 2. One is incitement for terrorism, and also is being charged for mobilizing people for terrorism. vandalism during the protests. These charges are really serious and severe. If he is condemned, is found guilty, he could serve 10 years plus years in jail, meaning that he would be banned from political participation, mainly for the 2028 and 2029 electoral cycle.
The director of CDD, the Center for Democracy and Development, Adriano Novunga.
Africa Update with Lulu Kapu, 12 to 1 p.m. Central African Time. Conversations are happening, and Channel Africa is at the heart of them. We tell the African story with clarity, pride, and purpose, reaching audiences that matter to your brand. Partner with us and connect your business with listeners across borders in multiple languages and markets. For partnership opportunities, sponsorship, or sales, email us at partnership@channelafrica.co.za. Channel Africa, the African perspective. Out and About comes to you every Saturday, 9 till 12 noon, Central African Time. Out and About comes to you every Saturday, 9 till 12 noon, Central African Time.
How you do? Sorry, you're fine, gone singing this for you. My Sherry, tell me how you do. So mommy, I'm gonna get this one is for you. Oh yeah, she be a young girl, be a young girl, sure to tell my lord. Oh yeah, she be a young girl, be a young girl, sure to tell my lord. Oh yeah, she be a young girl, be a young girl. Oh yeah, wake up, here's your tea. Oh yeah, drink up. You don't need the makeup. Them be vex, them won't make you break up. See, you be my princess. Suffer one, but together we make sense. Worry one knock out we don't send. Check on my son nonsense. Take this ring, go be with me for better, for worse. So I go love you tomorrow, titi life forever beyond. You know that I got you. Anything where you want, I go buy too. Oh yeah, she be a young girl. Sure, tete, my darling. Good morning, oh my girl, baby, me how you do? Sorry, you're fine, gone singing this for you. My Sherry, tell me how you do. So mommy, oh my girl, this one is for you. Oh yeah, she be a young girl, be a young girl. Sure, tete, my darling. Oh yeah, she be a young girl. My lord, oh yeah, she be a young girl, be a young girl. You go be Cat, I go be JJ. If we born boy, it go be AJ. I am Nefa, good made. And if your love is a crime, I go jail. See from here to London, unwrap you, I lick you like Tom Tom. I go love you even for junction. You got my attention. Your loving will put me at ease. I swear you dey give me peace. Capture my heart, you dey cure my disease. Love me, never leave me, please. You know that I got you. Anything where you want, I go buy too. Oh yeah, she be a young girl. Sure, tete, my darling. Good morning, oh my girl, baby, me how you do? Sorry, you're fine, gone singing this for you. My Sherry, tell me how you do. Mommy, I'm gonna get this one is for you. Oh yeah, she be a young girl, be a young girl. Sure, tete, my darling. Oh yeah, she be a young girl, be a young girl. Sure, tete, my darling. Oh yeah, she be a young girl, be a young girl. When you hold me, I can feel your heartbeat. You set my body and my soul and my emotions free, and this is real. My fantasies you make fulfill. Good morning, oh my girl, baby, me how you do? Sorry, you're fine, gone singing this for you. My Sherry, tell me how you do. So mommy, I'm gonna get this one is for you. Oh yeah, she be a young girl, be a young girl. Sure, tete, my darling. Oh yeah, she be a young girl, be a young girl. Sure, tete, my darling. Oh yeah, she be a young girl, be a young girl.
It is Good Morning by Prime. Of course, good morning to you right here in China, Africa. And before that was the gorgeous Nomfundo Mo with Easy Busi. So bring us to exactly 19 minutes after 10 o'clock. We still got so much more to unpack right here on Out and About. My name is Kitty Pedler. We're going to take a quick break and then we're going to be back with all that is great that is happening out and about, out there somewhere. Okay, so don't move a muscle.
Gender-based violence is destroying lives and tearing communities apart. It happens in homes, in schools, at workplaces, and too often in silence. But it doesn't have to continue. If you see it, speak out. If you are hurting, reach out. because doing nothing is not an option. Listen to all 19 SABC radio stations from Wednesday, 23rd of July for hot talk, discussions, advice, dramas, educational shows, and interviews around GBV with experts, survivors, lawmakers, and the whole country affected by gender-based violence. For all your favorite SABC radio stations, call 0800 428 428 to report abuse or get help. GBV, it ends with you. This message is brought to you by the SABC. 9 to 12 midday, Central African Time. On the move with Palisa Tau and Benjamin Mushatama.
Now, when you go to the hospital, there's medical attention that you need, and that's the only experience you're expecting to have. If you are a transgender person, sometimes those experiences can be marred by the demand of trying to understand your gender, your sexuality, and not particularly getting the assistance that you need.
One time, I was sexually abused by someone who used to live next door to my house. So when I went to the police to report, I was in a weave, I was wearing a dress, and when I got there, the police person that helped me said to me, obviously we're gonna rape you because why do you walk around looking like trying to be a woman when you are a man? And after that, the person just walked scot-free.
How do you deal with that? Because there's a double barrel abuse there. So it's not even double barrels, there's kind of multi-dimensional forms of abuse.
I think one thing that I will tell you about trans people is we are strong, not because we want to be strong, but because we don't have an option. It is what it is. Because the struggles that we face each and every day are like unimaginable.
Keeping you on the know and on the move.
Você é fluente em português? É apaixonado por rádio e quer trabalhar na África do Sul? Você tem documentos que o qualificam para trabalhar na África do Sul? Nesse caso, podemos ter uma oportunidade para você trabalhar no Canal África. Envie seu currículo e demonstração para Canal África at newsroom@channelafrica.co.za. Lembre-se, se você não receber alguma resposta nossa em 14 dias, isso significa que você não foi selecionado. Canal África, a perspectiva africana.
Out and About comes to you every Saturday, 9 till 12 noon, Central African Time.
It's exactly 22 minutes after 10 o'clock right here on Channel Africa. My name is Kitty Petler. We are on Out and About. I'm studying in for Buleng, and do find us on channel 628 rather on OpenView HD and channel 802 on DSTV Audio Bouquet. We are on Channel Africa, of course, and find us on www.channelafrica.co.za. And calisthenics traces back to ancient bodyweight training, but its modern incarnation exploded globally in the 2000s and 2010s through urban youth culture, outdoor rig parks, and social media sharing. And in Africa, the movement took off in the mid-2010, especially in public parks and city neighborhoods, turning bodyweight bars and local community spaces into gym alternatives. Today, calisthenics is more than a flip and tricks. It's a major fitness movement focused on strength, mobility, weight loss, and functional health, accessibility, free and exclusive, inclusive rather. And now one of our guests not only embraced it, he used it to transform himself as well. He's joining us on the line, and we have Olin Malumba as our guest, a dedicated calisthenics enthusiast whose transformation journey shows exactly what street workout can do, from a regular guy to disciplined athlete. And Olin's story is proof that with bars, body weight, and commitment, you can change your physique to a fitness that it's unimaginable, so it's really, really incredible that he's able to transform himself through this platform. Good morning, Olin. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I know I've just explained as to calisthenics what it's all about. But for someone who doesn't know, what is calisthenics?
I think you did a good explanation, but it's essentially just using your body weight to do movement exercises. So it's replacing all the normal weight lifting exercises with your own body weight. So instead of doing squats with normal weight, you do it with your own body weight, and you increase the level of difficulty by maybe using one leg. So that's what we call the piston squat, and just doing pull-ups and push-ups and increasing the difficulty until you get to superhuman levels of exercises.
Absolutely. I think it's one of the most incredible way of working out, because you're working with your own body weight. It's literally the greatest form of strength.
Yes.
Orlin, I hear that there was a time where you were a calisthenics advocate. Is this still the case?
Yes, it still is. I still, I'm a big fan. I still do calisthenics to this day. I think it's my go-to, to be honest. And I would advocate it any day and every day. It's the best thing to start with if you really are not sure of what to do, if you want to get into the gym or just get your body moving and you don't really know what to do. Calisthenics is the easiest and the best form of entry into getting a good balanced exercise lifestyle.
I think it's really amazing. Honestly, it really, really is. And people don't realize that it's the greatest form of mental strength, and not only just physically. It really is, because it really pushes your mind to the limit. You know what I mean? So, yeah. What inspired you to start street workout calisthenics rather than a traditional gym routine? Was there a defining moment for that?
I think the COVID thing also COVID
yes.
and YouTube, because YouTube actually quite during the COVID times, because everyone is indoors watching podcasts and we were all trying to find ways to gym.
Absolutely.
Then I was watching a few YouTube videos, and then I saw some guys doing like muscle ups and being able to do, with their feet in the air. I was like, wait. Is that? I thought that was all lies, but people can actually do that.
Yes.
And then, to be honest, that's what inspired me more than anything. I was like, I actually want to do that. I actually want to get to a level where I can also do that. So that's where I got introduced into calisthenics, and that's how I started.
I think we have so much to be grateful for, as juxtaposed as it is. I think we have so much to be grateful for when it comes to COVID, because really COVID really introduced us to a lot of things in terms of a healthy fitness lifestyle as well. I think it taught us a lot of that as well. So I literally concur with you when it comes that, COVID really introduced us to a lot of self-awareness. But at what point in your journey did you realize your physique was beginning to change, and what changes did you notice at first in terms of strength, endurance, and body shape?
I think so. When I started, I wasn't able to even do, and I had to do what is called negative. So I had to jump up. So I'll jump up on top of the bar and then just use my body weight to just slowly drop down.
How much did you weigh?
And then I did that for, I think I was at 90 something. I'm not completely sure, but I know I was at 90 something.
And how much do you weigh now?
More than 95. I'm at 85 now.
Oh, wow. That's like really, really great, because it's gradual loss of weight as well. And in terms of strength, sorry, I really interjected your trail of thought. In terms of strength, where did you see the change as well?
Yeah, so like I was saying, when I began, I generally couldn't do one pull-up. I couldn't do one pull-up, and you had to jump up just to get myself over the bar and then slowly just come down. And gradually, after like a month or two, I was able to do one. And then I think once I hit 10, I was like, you know what? Now I'm getting there. And then it's just pushing yourself to the next level. Now I can do pull-ups. I can do a lot of pull-ups. I can do muscle-ups, front levers. So I think one thing that I would say is that the change in the body doesn't come until you do it consistently.
Absolutely.
So you're not going to do it 1 month and then think it's going to happen. What makes you feel much better is the ability for you to be able to do something you weren't able to do like the previous month. That's what feels much better than seeing the body weight change.
Yeah, of course. Consistency is the answer. Do you know what I mean? You can't do it one day, then one day, and then next week you don't do it. You've got to be very consistently disciplined about the path of fitness, you know, so in order for you to see significant change. Can you walk us through a typical weekly street workout routine that you followed? Like, for instance, your sets, exercises, frequency, especially in the early stages, please.
So in the early stage, based on push and pull movements, this basically meant that you would first do pull-ups and then go straight to push-ups. So you do pull-up, straight to push-ups, and then do squats, and then you do sit-ups. So you will do this because as a beginner, it was so hard. You'd probably taking like 2 to 3 minutes rest in between, and you'll do this for like 4 to 5 sets. So you'll do pull-ups, push-up, continue to repeat it consistently for like 4 to 5 sets, and then I'll take a jog for like 30 minutes and then go back home. And you'll probably do this for 3 to 4 times a week, and then just continuously do that every week for 3 to 4 times. And then you can also add in like a sport that you like playing that will just help you to keep active. You know, it makes it easier, the journey much easier. So if you want to play soccer on the weekend, you can do that, play tennis, that helps. But you want to do it 3 to 4 times a week. The basic is just that: push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups, and squats continuously with a good amount of rest in between.
So a lot of strength work, and of course with the soccer, as you say, then incorporates the cardio side of the workout.
Exactly.
Now, many people think calisthenics is all about flashy tricks, but you used it for fitness and transformation. Which fundamentals, such as pull-ups, dips, push-ups, core mobility, do you think are most effective for weight loss and muscle tone?
I don't think there's one to pick. I think all of them are important because they're the core for it. Hits every body muscle.
Absolutely.
If you can do all of those with greater amounts of difficulty and continuously increase the difficulty, it will eventually get to the point where you won't be able to do it without added weight. So now when I do pull-ups, I have to put on weight so that I can feel the difficulty. When I'm doing push-ups, I have to actually increase the difficulty in some other way, you know, maybe using a resistant band or putting extra weight on a weight vest on. So you want to do all of those until you get to a point where it becomes super easy, and then you start adding more weight on so that it, you know, it becomes a bit difficult. And then you just see the difference because it builds every different body part. If you can do those 4, it will build everything that you need.
So, but you know, in terms of ripping and cutting, you know, so you know, for the loss of weight, wouldn't you know, not playing around, I guess, understanding your heart rate, the ability to take it down and up and down, wouldn't that play a big role in terms of weight loss as well, and the recovery period between reps?
Yes. So as I was saying, it also depends on what level you are at. And like I said in the beginning, when I started, I had to take longer breaks because my body wasn't used to it. And I actually just needed to allow myself to get rest so that I can do the exercise properly. Because that's the other thing. You do not want to cheat the exercise. People think that, you know, I need to take 30 seconds of break so that I do the exercise and then they don't do it properly. That does more harm. You want to take as much rest as you can and do the exercise as properly as possible. And then eventually you can decrease the rest time and then add in other movements that will incorporate your heart and added extra reps. And I think adding, like this new form of exercise called HIIT exercising, where you are doing high intensity workouts, sprints. That will really get your heart racing. So 2 minutes high intensity sprints, and for like 10 minutes, that will do a lot of good.
Calisthenics is like, another version of high rocks, honestly. It really, really is, honestly. Do you feel that the growing trend of calisthenics across Africa, parks, communities, social media support helped your journey or inspired you at any point?
Definitely. Because I have a bunch of friends that are doing the same thing now, and there's like a huge trend. So it didn't seem so, abnormal when I started, because I believe we were only allowed to go out at like 5 a.m. to like 7 a.m. in the morning during the COVID times. So that's the only time you could quickly go to the parks, and there was like one person here, two person here. But now, once the COVID was lifted, you'd go to parks and you won't be the only one. And then you'd get there and there's other people working out, there's other guys also doing the same things, and you could join them, challenge each other, and eventually it grew into something that didn't feel so awkward to do. So yeah, definitely it helped. And being able to join other people just made it easier.
Now, now that you've transformed your physique, how has it changed changed other areas of your life in terms of confidence, health, daily energy, and mindset?
I think the most important thing is once you are able to push yourself and to get yourself in a position where you are more comfortable and your body is looking better, well, not looking the best because we can always improve, but looking better, you just feel more confident and you're able to do more. And once you get your exercise out, you know that you can do, difficult things with your body. It makes other aspects in life and other challenges in life seem more attainable, because you know how hard it was when you began calisthenics and where you are. And then when challenges in life come, you are able to kind of use the same mentality to say, okay, I know it's hard now, but if I consistently work on it, it will get to a point where it becomes easier and I can do it just as easy as I can do calisthenics now.
Okay.
It's just building on the challenges.
And lastly, what advice would you give someone looking to use street workouts to transform their body? What should they do right, and what common mistakes should they avoid as well?
I think the first thing is just start.
Yes.
Don't think too much about it.
Absolutely.
Just go. You don't have to do 10 push-ups. You don't have to do 20 push-ups. You can literally do one pull-up like I did. Just do one pull-up, come down, take a break. But try to do it properly. Ensure that you're doing it to the best of your ability, and you don't have to push. Do one pull-up here, do 2 push-ups, take a good amount of break, and redo it over and over and over again until you can't do anymore. Then come back tomorrow.
Absolutely.
And then just keep coming back tomorrow.
Absolutely. I think
that's the best way to start.
Yeah, I think consistency, as you said, just start. I think for me, you got me there. Just get started is the best advice. So, Olin, thank you so much for joining us this morning and sharing your journey of calisthenics. It's really, really life-changing, and I hope people continue this life-changing journey of physical health and good mindset as well in terms of physical awareness and looking after ourselves physically and otherwise. So thank you so much. And not having to need to go to the gym. So it's literally life-changing, this calisthenics. Honestly, it is. Thank you so much for taking the time to have a conversation with us about that.
Thank you so much for having me over. I really appreciate it. Thank you for your time.
That was Olin Mulumba sharing with us his journey on how he used calisthenics street workouts to transform his physique. We'll be back in just a moment.
Você é fluente em português? É apaixonado por rádio e quer trabalhar na África do Sul? Você tem documentos que o qualificam para trabalhar na África do Sul? Nesse caso, podemos ter uma oportunidade para você trabalhar no Canal África. Envie seu currículo e demonstração para Canal África at newsroom@channelafrica.co.za. Lembre-se, se você não receber alguma resposta nossa em 14 dias, isso significa que você não foi selecionado. Canal África, a perspectiva africana.
Keep Africa in your hands. Connect to our website for all your news, sports, and cultural updates. channelafrica.co.za.
I'm not coming to work today. I can't see. No, nothing wrong with my eyes. I just can't see myself coming to work today. Thank you. In other words, I'm not doing one raw soul today. Don't tell me about work, I out on the road today. Me and some pretty beaches, I out on the boat today. I don't care what time of day it is, I'm drinking rum today. Having fun today. Yeah! Holiday. Today is a holiday. I don't care what nobody say. I'm not going to work today. Holiday. Today is a holiday. I don't care what nobody say. I'm not doing no work today. I'm on the road, yeah. To the beach, yeah. To the club, yeah. Pool party, bus crawl, uptown, yeah. Downtown. If it's your birthday, turn up. Get drunk till your face get numb. When my crew there come around, drinks up and sing along. Holiday, today is a holiday. I don't care what nobody say. I'm not going to work today. Holiday, today is a holiday. I don't care what nobody say. I'm not doing no work today. Yeah, bring the vibes that we pump, and then we drink and drink till we drunk. Pop bottles, you know we. The Bahamas bust when you see we touching. We drinking, some bad gal we linking. What up thickers, what up slim thing. Same timing, sing along with me if you agree, no man. Holiday, today is a holiday. I don't care what nobody say. I'm not going to work today. Holiday, today is a holiday. I don't care what nobody say. I'm not doing no work today.
Out and About comes to you every Saturday, 9 till 12 noon, Central African Time.
Welcome back to Channel Africa, the African Perspective. My name is Kitty Peter, standing in for Buleng right here on Out and About. It's exactly 10:42, and we are having more interesting conversations. I'm a bit nervous here. Oh my gosh, yeah. Listen, Shayla's got us on the tip of our toes this morning. She's our producer for Out and About. And today we are profiling a woman who is not only redefining what it means to wear the crown, she's rewriting the purpose behind it. She's a chemical engineer, a managing director in the climate sector, a mother, a meditator, a change maker, and now Miss South Africa 2026. She is passionate about climate action, sustainability, and conscious leadership. And she's using her national platform to spark conversations about how we can all live with more intention, more balance, and more respect for the planet. From Stain City to the global stage, from engineering labs to nature trails with her son, of course, and her son is Zach. She brings science, soul, and style into the powerful presence. Good morning, ma'am. How are you? We've got Miss South Africa 2026, Varushka Singh. Good morning. Thank you so much for being with us.
Morning, Kitty. Thank you so much. That was a wonderful introduction. Thank you for that.
Yeah, we have to do it justice, because we're in the presence of really amazing people. My God, thank you so much for making the time.
Thank you for
and
having me.
man, how's the journey been for you?
It's been incredible. So the actual journey in getting to Mrs. South Africa was about 10 months long, and it's really been a journey of growth and transformation. I think from where I started, I can see myself having grown and changed. So that's the most amazing thing. On a personal note, and just like my network and the community around me, my sisters, it's amazing.
Oh, but that's incredible. Your journey from a chemical engineer to Miss South Africa is incredible. When did you realize that beauty, science, motherhood, and climate action could all live in one woman?
I think all women, all of us do so many things, especially South African women. Like, we work so hard. We're there giving everything to our families, to our communities. And I just feel like we're all giving so much to it. And we all live those multifaceted lives. So I think it's actually a part of all of us. It's just something that I feel like, why should we compromise? Why can't we actually get everything we want, be ambitious, and like explore all the different avenues of femininity?
Right. Oh my gosh, so intimidating sitting across. She's got such gorgeous piercing eyes. It's insane. You're passionate about climate change and sustainability. What personal moment or experience sparked that passion for environmental resilience?
So I studied at WITS. I did chemical engineering, and towards the end of my period of studying, the movie An Inconvenient Truth came out by Al Gore. So I had watched it. My mom actually made me watch it, and just seeing the destruction and devastation that was predicted, especially in Africa, I think it impacts us the most. I was like, there's something that needs to be done about this. We have to take this seriously. It's not something that we can spend a lot of time arguing about whether it's real or not. We need to look at what actually is happening and the destruction it's causing, and how we all can have a part in that, and how we all can help better the situation.
Absolutely. As a managing director of Climate Access, you're deeply plugged into climate innovation. How does your professional world influence your Miss South Africa mission?
So I've been working in the climate change field for over 14 years, and I moved around from different multinationals. So I've gained a lot of different experience in the field, doing things from carbon credits, climate mitigation, so like how people reduce their energy and carbon emissions, as well as now going into adaptation. So looking at how the world is changing, what do we predict in terms of temperature and precipitation going forward, and then how companies and communities can adapt to that. So that's what I've been working on primarily. It's something that I'd like to continue doing through the business that I've started, but with a greater focus on communities, because I think that's where the most vulnerable people feel the impacts the most. So just looking to that and seeing how we can come up with sustainable solutions for them is what I'd like to focus on.
Now, many pageant queens talk about purpose, but sustainability is a big, complex topic. How are you making it relatable to everyday South Africans?
That's a great question, actually. So yes, this is something that's been a part of my life. I feel like it's more of a calling than just a platform that I've decided to look at. It's something I've always been very passionate about, and I think with the platform of the pageant, I'm kind of integrating the two. So my purpose and my career, as well as using the platform of Mrs. South Africa to see what greater changes I can make. I think that's what I'd like to do. Integrate the two and try and just live it and show by example what we can do and what is possible.
Absolutely, because the platform just makes the cause that greater and that much bigger,
exactly,
and more tangible as well.
Yes.
You've spoken a lot about living intentionally and staying grounded. What personal rituals, meditations, nature time, soulful practices keep you centered as a leader and as a mom?
So having my son was a life-changing moment for me, because he's a different boy, and with him I have to be present. He does not like it and can pick up very easily if I'm not fully there.
So he's energy driven, so he's an empath.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a very deep feeling kid. So even if my mind is drifting, I'll notice that he needs me to be there. So having gone through that change, I just really try and be present in everything that I do. And I think that's also helped me in my career. Where your feet are is where you are at this point in time, and that's where you need to be fully. So I think taking that in, whoever you're talking to or whoever you're with, I try and just be present and focused. And then also taking that time for yourself, because as women, we never do that. And we think that self-care is a luxury thing. But it's so important to really just connect with your own self. And that's what I try to do. I mean, nothing is perfect, but I think if we all try and connect with our own self, ourselves, we give our best then to the world.
Yeah, being intentional. I mean, intent is everything, because
Mm.
it just means that you're consciously present, honestly.
Exactly.
And that's such a big thing, and it's a hard thing to come by.
It
you know.
absolutely is.
And speaking of which, your son Zach seems like a big part of your life and your world. How has motherhood shaped your views and sustainability and the future of the planet?
It's a life-changing thing. Zach has been my greatest teacher.
Yeah, he
you know,
does, yeah.
honestly, I think like you think you know things, and
Yeah.
then you have a child,
Yeah.
and your whole world
Just changes, yeah.
So I think you realize that this person, you've got so much to offer,
Right.
and really. To the younger generation, we do owe so much. It's not just something that we can think, oh, you know, maybe somebody else will take care of it. Because I do think one day they will ask us, well, what did you do about it, Mom?
Yeah, because they're
You
so
know?
advanced, eh?
Exactly.
They are so
They're
advanced.
so
yeah.
advanced. And it almost feels irresponsible not to think about that future generation.
Wow,
it can
that's
be your own
beautiful.
kid or everyone. You know, I feel like we're all connected, but we have that responsibility as adults to think about that and think about the future.
Yeah, that's deep. Climate change often feels overwhelming. What do you wish every household knew about making small, effective lifestyle changes?
You're absolutely right. And I think people get caught up in, is it real, is it not real? But actually, and it's not just something for, you know, the richer communities. It's something that we all are facing the impact of. So simple things is just looking at your energy consumption. Reduce as much as possible. Just be conscious of that. If you don't need it, don't use it. And then when it comes to buying, you know, I think especially mothers have a lot of power when it comes to purchases. Make sure when you're shopping, you're trying your best to shop sustainably. So you're getting from local purchases, things like that, and reducing water. It's simple things that we can do.
We are going to take a quick break. It's exactly 10:51. We're having a beautiful conversation with Miss South Africa 2026, Varushka. So we're back in just a moment.
The Upside, taking the African perspective to fresh levels.
From Channel Africa. About to have ourselves a good time right now. One Twara. Come on, brother, man. It's a whole thing.
You've partnered up with Ufocalistic, based on a true story.
You know, it's actually crazy for you to put it like that, partnered up. You know, this is someone I look up to from a very long time. 3 years ago, we put out a single, Pele Pele.
Yeah.
You know, that was my first record with him. This project, based on a true story, the album was so highly anticipated and premeditated on our end, you know, because something we constantly, you know, kept on going back and forth about, but we never actioned it. It's actually quite crazy because all of this is happening whilst we are both working on our albums. You know, I'm working on my album 31314 because there's a record, 31314, the interlude. So it's like a prelude to the album, you know.
Let me pronounce it properly. Is it 31314? 31314.
The Upside, live and real. It's dynamic. Out and About comes to you every Saturday, 9 till 12 noon, Central African Time.
You know, surely by now, you know, our Channel Africa listeners have realized that I'm very dyslexic. And this is a fact. So sometimes words just skip around and they move and they shift and they take a short left and then a word seems to be something else. Varushka Singh is our Mrs. South Africa 2006 and 2026. Yeah. There it goes again. So yeah, I've been saying Miss. So I do apologize, Mrs. South Africa. So we're just having such a beautiful conversation with her. So I got carried away. But anyway, we will fix it.
Yeah, I think it's a compliment. I take that.
But she's so stunning. Like pageants are evolving. With Mrs. South Africa, you're bringing science, purpose, and advocacy. How do you think your reign will influence what pageants present in the future?
I think pageants have to evolve, right? And I'd like what I'm doing to shift that narrative. It's not just about modeling or things like that. There's so much more to it. In fact, we don't like to actually refer to it as a pageant. It really is a women empowerment platform.
Right.
Because the network of sisters, even the sisterhood that you get through it is one thing. The fact that you can take your purpose and raise it, you know, using this platform shows you the potential of what it can be.
Right.
Yeah. So I think it will shift the narrative with just people watching how we can use the platform to our betterment and not just see it as a beauty pageant.
No, it's a beautiful platform. I mean, I've performed there before, and it's just really, really incredible to be surrounded by such influential women who are so powerful in the career space as well.
Exactly.
South Africa faces unique environmental challenges. What local climate issues are closest to your heart, and what solutions or innovations excite you most right now?
I think in South Africa, the energy crisis is a big one, and as well as the water crisis. I mean, those are our two biggest things at the moment. It
starts with energy, and then it affects the water. It's a huge
everything
thing.
is interconnected, and then it affects our health and our safety and things like that. I don't think there's any, if I could wave a magic wand, I wish we all could have, sustainable energy. It's a very complex issue. We're still moving towards a lower carbon economy, but we need to get there justly because our whole system is based on coal. So there isn't a very clear, this is what we need to do. But I think once we have an awareness of the problem and people understand the impacts that it's having, we need to then face it systematically.
Right.
A big thing already is not just the mitigation aspect, which is reducing energy and carbon, but also how do we adapt to the changing climate. And that's something I'd like to focus on because things are changing. We're seeing the effects. How do we now adapt to what's to come so that we can actually save lives and people can live in a better environment?
Yeah, because South Africa is always known to be one of those places where you don't have to excessively live with buying bottled water. And now every household now has to find ways to have bottled water. Sometimes you can have tap water, but it's because our tap water is not accessible to us all the time now. So it's a massive concern. It's really great to hear that that is very close to your heart as well. And finally, for listeners who admire your balance of career, family, self-care and activism, what's the one message you want them to take from your journey?
I think it's touching and it's honoring, that people would feel inspired. All I'd say is I've just been myself, and I think that everyone has that power within them. We all have the capacity to do so much. Just be yourself, own the space that you're in and follow your dreams. That's what I'd say. Because you have a story to tell, you have an impact on the world, and the world needs you.
What is the one thing that you and Zach like to do just to unwind? Away from climate change, away from everything else. What do you guys like to do together?
We really like going on walks. Just, the two of us just connecting. He's asking me a million questions most of the time that are way beyond me. But I think just spending time together, doing something simple like that is my favorite thing to do.
And what music do you like listening to?
I like all types of music, to be honest. I like anything that has a beat that I can dance to. That just makes me feel like uplifted.
Oh, man. Yes. Thank you so much. That was Mrs. South Africa 2026, Varushka Singh. Thank you so much for making the time to come sit here with us because, it's early and it's raining outside. And so I'm so appreciative of the fact that I'm sitting next to you and having this conversation with you. So thank you.
Thanks, Kitty. The pleasure is mine.
Oh, man. It is exactly 10:57 right here on Channel Africa. That was a beautiful conversation with Varushka Singh. She's an incredible mother, an advocate for climate change. And as you hear, the conversation and this platform that she's on with the Mrs. South Africa is going to bring about change. And she's going to continuously doing the good work that she's been doing through the platform. With or without the platform, the good work still continues. That is the most important thing. And I'm so appreciative of that. Because I always say, no matter who you are, it doesn't matter who your name is, but the work should always speak for itself and always bring about change. Even if it's for one person, it really does matter. We'll be back in just a moment.
Your life, your rhythm, your Africa. Channel Africa. Find it for free on Google Play and the Apple App Store. Of the continent, now online with all your sports fixtures, lifestyle, and more. From dusk till dawn, Channel Africa Radio is your soundtrack to life. The sound of Africa is evolving. Experience our new mobile app. Free to download, free to connect.
Você é fluente em português? É apaixonado por rádio e quer trabalhar na África do Sul? Você tem documentos que o qualificam para trabalhar na África do Sul? Nesse caso, podemos ter uma oportunidade para você trabalhar no Canal África. Envie seu currículo e demonstração para Canal África at newsroom@channelafrica.co.za. Lembre-se, se você não receber alguma resposta nossa em 14 dias, isso significa que você não foi selecionado. Canal África, a perspectiva africana.
Welcome to Out and About with me, Kitty Petla. It's exactly 11 o'clock on the dot. It's time for the 11 o'clock news with Matapelo Mohapi.
SABC News. The African Perspective.
Thank you, Kitty. Top stories this hour. SA determined to attend the G20 despite US ban, and Airbus orders urgent software update over sun radiation risk. Good morning. Deputy President Paul Mashatile has publicly responded to the United States' decision to bar South Africa from participating in next year's G20 Leaders Summit in Miami. Speaking to Channel Africa at a fundraising event in Johannesburg last night, Mashatile says South Africa is determined to attend the summit. He expressed confidence that other G20 countries will support South Africa's continued membership and recognize the binding nature of the 2025 Johannesburg Declaration.
Well, we are part of the G20. The declaration has been adopted. So when we go to the US, because they have now taken over, it's their turn, they have to start on the basis of the declaration that is already adopted. We are determined to go and participate. We'll continue to engage them, but this declaration adopted in Johannesburg is not the declaration of South Africa. It's a declaration of the G20. And I'm sure those countries will stand with us going forward.
Meanwhile, the chairperson of the MTN Group and former South African Deputy Minister of Finance, Mcebisi Jonas, has hailed the G20 summit as a major milestone for South Africa's global positioning. He spoke to Channel Africa at a fundraiser in Johannesburg last night. Jonas says the historic summit has underscored the strength of global support for multilateralism.
Look, I mean, the G20 was a very important moment for South Africa, but also for the world. Because if you think about it, if you want to look at the world today, you've got two contending forces against multilateralism in favor of unilateralism, and forces that support multilateralism. And both are strong, no doubt. But the G20 was a success for multilateral forces. It shows that in the world, we still have very strong forces that support trade, and very strong forces that support multilateral action.
And the Democratic Republic of Congo President Felix Tshisekedi, together with his Rwandan counterpart Paul Kagame, are to meet in Washington on Thursday to sign a peace deal and discuss regional stability with U.S. President Donald Trump. The meeting aims to reinforce a previously brokered peace agreement amidst escalating violence in eastern Congo, where the M23 rebel group has gained control. The discussions will focus on ratifying agreements for regional integration and addressing security issues, including the threats posed by armed groups. The U.S. administration is also promoting investment in the mineral-rich region. And two Zimbabwe nationals have been arrested for unlawful possession of explosives along the N1 National Road in the Limpopo province of South Africa. Police spokesperson Malesela Ledwaba says that the men were traveling in a taxi from Zimbabwe to Gauteng when the vehicle was stopped and searched. Police discovered 7 boxes containing explosives with an estimated worth of more than $116,000. The suspects will appear in court on Monday. Malesela says that various items were also discovered.
The taxi with 2 occupants, including the driver, was stopped and searched. The following items were recovered and confiscated: 7 bags full of explosives, connector fuse detonators, cords, and blaster cartridges to the street value of 2.5 million rand. The 2 suspects were arrested and explosives, the Toyota Quantum and trailer, were confiscated as part of ongoing investigation.
And airlines around the world are working to install a software update on thousands of planes after Airbus ordered urgent modifications to about half of its global fleet. The recall affecting the widely used A320 family of passenger jets was issued after it emerged that intense radiation from the sun could cause a flight computer to malfunction. The BBC's Sebastian Usher has more details.
The issue will affect some 6,000 planes. Airbus has said that for about 2/3 of them, the disruption should not be that great, as the problem can be resolved in a few hours with a relatively simple software update. Airbus says the problem was discovered following a recent incident in the US involving a plane belonging to the A320 range.
A recap of the top story. Deputy President Paul Mashatile has responded to the U.S. decision to exclude South Africa from the G20 Leaders Summit in Miami next year. He affirmed that South Africa intends to attend the summit and expressed confidence in support from other G20 nations regarding South Africa's membership and the 2025 Johannesburg Declaration. For any news stories you'd like to share with us, please send an email to newsroom@channelafrica.co.za or call us on +2711 714 4459. For Channel Africa News, I am Matapela Mahape.
SABC News. The African Perspective. This is Puleng Molibati on Channel Africa. Every weekend mornings to inform your weekend activities.
It's exactly 6 minutes after 11 o'clock right here on Channel Africa, the African Perspective. We are on channel 628 on OpenView HD, channel 802 on DSTV Audio Bouquet, and www.channelafrica.co.za is where we are. You can find all the podcasts that you need. If you have missed an interview or a show, you can find it there. And it'll also lead you to our YouTube channel as well. Don't forget to check us out there as well, and do also download our Channel Africa app as well. And +27 63406 9126 is our WhatsApp line. At Channel Africa 1 is where we are on our social media platforms. In this hour, before our pop culture wrap up, we turn the spotlight on a multi-hyphenate creative making her musical arrival as well. And Refile Maitisa is her name, and she's an actress, model, and now singer-songwriter. She debuts her new single titled Home, a sound she calls Nurabi. It's nostalgic, electric, and deeply personal. We unpacking her journey from world stages to the studio and why the chapter might be her biggest one yet. And that is all coming up in this hour. So don't you go anywhere. This is Out and About with me, Kitty Petla, standing in for Puleng.
Madapiri bazoshitika. Madapiri bazoshitika.
Inogeka zingeni Chihana lombilikitsidwa kukhala wachiwiri kwa mtsogoleri wa dziko la Malawi pa mwambo omwe unachitika ku nyumba ya chifumu ya Sanjika mu mzinda wa Blantyre. Ndiye pano tili ndi olemekezeka a Chihana. Takulandirani olemekezeka pano pa wireless ya Channel Africa pa Chinyanja Service. Malawi ayembekezere sotani kuchokera kwa inu ngati wachiwiri winaso kwa president wa dzikolo.
Choyamba ngati vice president umagwira ntchito yopatsidwa ndi president imene yakuganizira. Ndiye malowozi athu atipatsa bwinobwino, koma ntchito yathu yayikulu ndi kuwathandiza president kuti masomphenya awo yakwanitsidwe. Pali zambiri zoti zichitike, nkhani ya njala mdziko muno, boma la udakali chimanga ndi china chomwe chili mdziko muno kuti tithandize families are affected. Chachiwiri kunali ma fuel shortages amene akanaliponso apo ndi apo, tionetsetse kuti pumps athu asakhale dry.
Zochitika pa nthawi ya 6 koloko kufikira 7 koloko madzulo. Lolemba mpaka lachisanu ndi Madapiri.
Out and About comes to you every Saturday, 9 till 12 noon, Central African Time.
It's one nation. about this girl we I just meet. She looking fly, yeah, she looking at the boys looking like money right from my head down to my feet. She just smile at me, oh. I don't really know what it means. So. Me, I'm in a bit of a limbo, but still I will make a move on this young lady. Can I get your number, girl? Can I get your number, girl? Can I get your number, girl? Me, I wanna call you up. See, I want your number, girl. Can I get your number, girl? Can I get your number, girl? Me, I wanna call it. 656 5407 853. Rings me, I'm already dialing, baby. Hello, 656 5407 853. Rings me, I'm already dialing, baby. Hello, Amarachi. You just always to make me happy. Be like saying now you are go marry. See all my friends, them and my family, them love you. That I swear Amarachi. Swear to God I'm feeling you badly. See what you want, what I do exactly. And you should know if you want, you can always lean on me. Can I get your number, girl? Can I get your number, girl? Can I get your number, girl? Me, I wanna call you up. See, I want your number, girl. Can I get your number, girl? Can I get your number, girl? Me, I wanna call it. 656 5407 853. Rings me, I'm already dialing, baby. Hello, 656 5407 853. Rings me, I'm already dialing, baby. Hello, girl, you are killing it. Body's banging and I am feeling it. The way I'm feeling, there's no concealing it. You young, you find so magnificent. Go on, girl, just keep killing it. Your body like orange and I am feeling it. The way I'm feeling, there's no concealing. That's why I'm revealing it. So, can I get your number, girl? Can I get your number, girl? Can I get your number, girl? Me, I wanna call you up. See, I want your number, girl. Can I get your number, girl? Can I get your number, girl? Me, I wanna call it. 656 5407 853. Rings me, I'm already dialing, and I call you for hello. 656 5407 853. Rings me, I'm already dialing, baby. Hello, 656 5407 853. Rings me, I'm already dialing, baby. Hello.
Out and About comes to you every Saturday, 9 till 12 noon, Central African Time.
Remix, Mr. Flavor Valley Dance Hall, and a shower remix. You know. Baby, fire they go. All the boys sit down colo, and they want some poro potom potom pom. She con the pion 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 pion. Waka waka baby, ooh baby, corner baby. And I go tell my mama, and I go tell my papa, and I go tell am say, you be waka waka baby, you be chuku chuku baby, baby sawale, sawa sawa sawale, sawa sawa sawale. Hey, pom pom, iporokotom, ipom pom, iporokotom, ipom pom, iporokotom, ipom pom, iporokotom. Pakolopa, 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 ipom pom. Ajari papa, ukuma baby, achukurege, ipom pom. Ashawo, awusha, awusha, ashawo, ashawo, awusha, pom pom. Pom pom. And the baby sawa lele, sawa sawa le, sawa 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 le. big man who wear the suya. Aki alcohol. Me, I want to chop money. I get them plenty. Looking for sexy. I want some pom. She con the pium. Waka baby. Uru baby. Kona baby. And I go tell my mama. And I go tell my papa. And I go tell him say, you be waka baby. You be chuku baby. Baby sawale. 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 Pom. Ikorokoton. Pom. Ikorokoton. Pom. Ikorokoton. Pom. Bakoloba. Pom. Ojari papa. Kukumwa baby. Atikurege. Pom. Ashawo. Pom. Pom. And the baby sawalele. Sawale.
Out and About comes to you every Saturday, 9 till 12 noon, Central African Time.
Mr. Flea. Adeshi. Go tell them. Adeshi. Papi Chulo. Adeshi. Stand like a tuso. Adeshi. Yeah, me now pounds and dollar, yeah. Yeah, me want a big $1, yeah. Make you go ask up $10, yeah. My people want the rabbi, yeah. What shall they profit, man? If the rabba no day and the timbalaba no day, and you cannot do do. Timaya come the quo. No time for cho. No time for meow. If you know day, you know day. If you didn't day, baby send account number. No time for cho. Adeshi. Go and tell them. Adeshi. Stand like a tuso. Adeshi. Everywhere marama. All my girls milli. Oshie kwanya wali agota. You dey play, you dey show. If we show, you go know. Everywhere sarambara. Oshie kwanya wali agota. Adeshi. Papi chulo ni jade. Everywhere Joe. Ukwachili na five from Bura Cafe. Adeshi. Ufefenefe. Copy a karianu. Go and tell them. It's time to take off. About the kwezenu. Them girls don't shake it. Oh, what about you? Only one be a see what you. Tipping them on their necks. I just flew, but I know myself. Trouble go there. Oh. Finally, I'm on top. Trouble go there. Pounds and dollar, yeah. Yeah, me want a big $1, yeah. Make you go ask up $10, yeah. My people want the rabbi, yeah. What shall they profit, man? If the rabba no day and the timbalaba no day, and you cannot do okay. Yoko. Divine flavor, yeah. What does she for we side? Yoko.
Yoko. Timaya flavor, yeah. What she for inside? He get there. Hey, he get there.
Out and About comes to you every Saturday, 9 till 12 noon, Central African Time.
It's exactly 20 minutes after 11 o'clock. You heard there Odeshi by Tamaya. Welcome to the third and final hour of Out and About with me, Kitty Peta, standing in for Puleng. We're going to take a quick break and then we're going to pick up our beautiful interview with an incredible human being. She's here and we're going to be having a conversation about her career and her journey as well. Don't go anywhere.
Parlez-vous couramment le français? Êtes-vous passionné par la radio? Et êtes-vous qualifié pour travailler en Afrique du Sud? Envoyez-nous votre CV et votre 3 minutes démo en MP3 à @channelafrica.co.za pour avoir une chance de rejoindre la famille Channel Africa. Si vous n'avez pas de réponse après 14 jours, cela signifie que vous n'avez pas été retenu. Channel Africa, la perspective africaine.
África. Conhece o Ntivani?
Claro que sou eu.
O Ntivani é o amante da música de corpo e alma.
Eu amo música africana.
Ele aprecia todos os tipos de melodias e passa os seus dias a ouvir a Channel Africa. Okay. Adivinha só, a Channel Africa quer ajudar o Ntivani e os amantes da música em todo o lado a descobrir ainda mais música incrível. Por isso, a Channel Africa está a convocar artistas africanos a submeterem as suas músicas. Músicos, lembrem-se de nos dar todas as informações relevantes no music@channelafrica.co.za. As submissões são a vossa oportunidade de ser ouvidos, mas não garantem inclusão na lista. Todas as submissões serão cuidadosamente analisadas para verificar se cumprem os requisitos da nossa estação. Canal África, a perspectiva africana.
Out and About comes to you every Saturday, 9 till 12 noon, Central African Time.
Been around the world once or twice, try to galvanize myself to take my place in this life of mine. Always on the move, on my body and mind. So where is home? Your
Out and About comes to you every Saturday, 9 till 12 noon, Central African Time.
It is 24 minutes after 11 o'clock right here on Channel Africa. That was Home by Refilwe, our guest this morning. And really, it's incredible because we were profiling her this morning, a South African artist whose talent runs the full creative spectrum. Theatre, film, fashion, and now music. Refilwe Maidisa, known artistically as Refilwe, has just released her debut single that you heard, which is Home, a song she describes as Nurabi, as most people would know as Afrobeat, or one of our newest sounds, or one that has existed for a very long time, but then it's very nice to hear a fusion of that sound, her own fusion of pop, R&B, and the vintage South African Marabi guitar sound. The track reflects her journey across continents, from Johannesburg to Los Angeles to New York City, where she trained at the American Academy of Dramatic Arts and graduated top of her class at NYU's Tisch School of Arts. She performed off Broadway, appeared in international film festivals, and worked for David Tlale at the Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week. But now she turned her storytelling towards music, exploring the idea of home, not just as a place, but as a feeling, a longing, a memory. Her debut is emotional, cultural, modern, and proudly South African. And today we get to unpack the artist, the song, the journey, and the birth of a whole new sound. Good morning, and thank you for being with us, Refilwe.
Good morning. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man, it's so great that we get to hear your sound as well, your debut as well. So we are so privileged here at Channel Africa to have you. Thank you so much.
Thanks. I'm really excited.
Yeah, why Nurabi, the sound? I mean, you've called the sound Home, right, which is your debut single, and you say, the genre is Nurabi. So it's nice that, we get to also unpack a new genre of music, and which is Nurabi, as you name it. What inspired you to merge Marabi, such as a classical South African sound, with modern pop and R&B?
So having studied overseas, and while I was there trying to figure out what is home, I thought that would be a great idea to write a song that's personal, something that I know about. And so that's how I wrote Home. That's what inspired it. And I wanted it to sound modern, to have some pop and R&B, but I felt it would be remiss to talk about home and not mention South Africa in some way. So I knew I wanted a distinct South African sound. So when people ask me, what's the sound? I said, it's pop and R&B mixed with Marabi. It's Nurabi, and I just made up the name.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so I love the sound of the Marabi guitar.
Right.
And so I took that and got someone in studio to play it, and they played it on Home. And when I heard it, I'm like, yeah, it sounds complete now.
Did you write the song, the lyrics?
Yes, I did.
Where were you when you wrote the song?
This is funny. I was actually at the salon.
Here at home, or were you overseas?
No, I was at the salon here. So I actually started writing it there, and then also in my room. So it was between both places. I know it's so random.
It's always the
case.
Yeah, it's always the case. Inspiration comes at random times. There's never a right time or a place when it comes to inspiration.
Exactly.
Now, you've called the sound Home Nurabi. What inspired? Well, actually, I've already asked you that. You've lived and studied and performed across 3 major cities: Johannesburg, LA, and New York. Now, how did traveling and living abroad shape the emotional core of Home?
So I went to study in Los Angeles at the American Academy of Dramatic Arts, and I did theater there for 2 years. And while I was there, first of all, I didn't know anybody. It was my first time in LA.
Right.
And then I actually met this family, and they were so kind. They invited me for dinner, and they even invited me for Thanksgiving. Because, for Thanksgiving, everyone goes home. Like, people from America go home, and then if you're international, you're like,
what do I do now?
What do I do?
Yeah.
So they invited me to their house. And when they opened up their house and how they treated me, I felt that I was at home, even though I was far away from home.
Yeah.
Then I went to New York University, to Tisch, and continued my studies there to get my Bachelor of Fine Arts in Drama. And I found home in being with my roommates in res, or actually being on stage. So instead of asking myself and thinking about where is home, how far away from home I am, I started to ask, what is home? Because I experienced these pockets of home, but far away.
Right.
And that's actually the inspiration for the lyrics and the sound.
So now, many artists write about love and heartbreak for their debut, right? But you chose the concept of home.
Yes.
And you speak about a lot of pockets that you picked up when you were overseas.
Yeah.
Why was that story the one you needed to tell first?
I felt that it is a story that not only is it personal to me, something that I can write about, but also I think it's something that will resonate with other people. So when people listen to my music and when they listen to the song, I want them to feel seen. I want them to be able to resonate with it in whatever stage of life that they're in. So for some people, home is a happy place. For some people, it's sad. For other people, it's confusing. Some, it's nostalgic. And so even though it was a personal song, I think it's such a universal topic, the concept of home. And so that's what inspired me to go with that first, because I feel like everything I wrote in there is true. All of the lines in there are true. And I wanted that. I wanted to share that with people.
Oh, man. You've performed off-Broadway, starred in musicals, acted in short films. How has your acting training influenced the way you write music and tell stories through sound?
Oh, my gosh. So much. In acting school, you learn how to be vulnerable. You also learn an intense work ethic, because at my school you'd have 2-hour classes, maybe like 3 or 4 times a day. You're constantly on your feet, you're making discoveries, you're analyzing stuff, and you're also learning to be free. And even though you are reading a bunch of stuff, you are learning a whole bunch of acting techniques, at the end of the day you have to come up with your own process and your own way of doing things. And so acting really influenced me a lot. Being fit, because being on stage and moving around and everything with live performances, with singing. So it helped me a lot.
Yeah, man, it's true. Yeah, that's it's a different beast on its own, honestly. In the press release, you said you wanted listeners to feel the song and relate to it. What personal truth or vulnerability did you pour into this track?
So, as I mentioned before, everything I said was true. And while I was in my res, in university, I kind of looked up at the ceiling and was asking myself, what is home? Because it's difficult being far away from home. It's the longest that I've ever been away from home. So I would say that was the main thing. Yeah.
So now, when it comes to singing, when did you go overseas to go to school, and when did you come back? And did changing the journey to singing happen when you came back, or did it start also when you were away from home?
I've been singing since I was small. Actually, I did my first musical in grade 5 when I was 11, and I was the lead singer for that.
Right.
So I'd been singing all my life. And so I left South Africa after matric and then went straight to America, to LA to study, then to New York. So I was there for about 5-6 years. And throughout that time I was singing, whether it was in the a cappella group or it was...
Because it's a different journey, to be part of an ensemble or musicals. I mean, it's an intense industry on its own, actually. The musical industry, it's a lot of hard work. And I guess my interest is that when you wanted to venture into being a solo artist, has that always been in the back of your mind, or was it somewhere that set its feet and teeth when you came back?
I always knew from a young age. I always knew I wanted to sing. I always knew that I wanted to perform. And so I find that with acting and drama, they're different, but they're both creative outlets. And like you said, there's a lot of the ensemble feeling when it comes to acting. But I feel that in music, while you can be by yourself, and like, let's say I'm in my room, I'm at the salon, I'm writing by myself, it's still a process to make the song. So for me, I've always known.
Yeah, because I mean, it's a different feeling completely to sing, the singing versus, well, the singing of being in a musical versus, you know, the singing you're behind a mic making a record, you know, so it's a completely different feeling.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that one can swap between the two, because it's not an easy exchange, so to speak. So from this side to that side, it's not that easy. Do you know what I mean? Even though you've been singing for so long, it's such a different mechanism completely. So it's very interesting that you're able to go from one to the other so effortlessly. Creating a new sound, Nurabi, is bold. What musical elements were non-negotiable for you in shaping this identity?
So for the sound, for me, it was non-negotiable that there would be Marabi in it. It had to have Marabi. And when I was thinking about the song and what would make it distinctly South African and acknowledging it, I knew what the sound was in my head. And so when I found actually the name, I'm like, this is actually Marabi music. And so I knew that I wanted that. I knew that I wanted like a good beat. I knew I wanted bass. So there were certain elements of the song that I know I wanted. I love harmonies. And those are the things that I told myself when I finish the song, while I'm doing the song, these are the things that I want to have in there. You know, it's an upbeat song. It's a happy song.
Yeah.
And even though people feel how they feel about home, I made it happy and jovial because that's the feeling that I get
when you think of
when
home,
I think of home and when I'm at home. So I wanted to put that in the song and using all of the elements that I just mentioned. So that was a really exciting process and actually one of my favorites.
Oh, that's beautiful. As someone who graduated top of your class at Tisch and won academic and artistic awards, how do you balance the training performer with the freedom of a debut musician?
That's great. I really like this question. So I've always grown up academic. I am the youngest of 3 girls. So my sisters are older. One did medical biochemistry. The other one is a chartered accountant. And then there's me.
Wow.
So in the house.
Man.
In the house.
No pressure, hey?
Actually, I don't feel any. I really don't. And you know, and my mom is in this, strategy marketing thing, my dad, the accounting. So it was always there. And I saw my parents' work ethic. When they say they're going to do something, they do it. And I found that was helpful in academics. Also, I really enjoy school. I actually like it. And then I was doing drama, the singing at the same time as academics. And I don't think that being creative and being academically strong are mutually exclusive. I think you can have both
absolutely
at the same time.
Absolutely.
So
you can.
That's what I told myself. I'm like, just because I'm creative doesn't mean that I can't do well in school. And just because I do well in school doesn't mean I can't be creative.
Yeah.
And my parents are supportive.
If anything, I think the two balance very well. For some, it comes effortlessly. For some, you just have to work very hard. Do you know what I mean? So when you struck that balance, it's really, really great. And what's your relationship like with your family in terms of your artistic background as well, and the kind of background that you've just mentioned? Because they are the academics, and so are you, but you are on the creative side. You're an artist. So how's that relationship at home?
So they are very supportive. My family is so supportive. They would come listen to my high school talent shows at Stedford. They would always be there. And I think my parents, when I said I wanted to sing, I wanted to act, and now it's serious. Now it's time. Like, my chick is finished. And then they're like, oh, okay. I think they were a little bit nervous because, you want your children to do well. I mean, I don't know. I don't have kids, but you want your children to do well. You want them to be independent and to flourish. And they know that it's a difficult industry to get into. And so they're really supportive. Even my sisters, they're supportive. So I feel it. I honestly, they were not like, nope, go and do this, go study something
That's
else.
That's always a winner, especially as an artist. You always want that support because it makes a world of a difference. It really does. We're having a conversation with Refilwe Maitisi. She is our Nurabi queen who has set this genre of music, and I hope it stands high as she is bold enough to create this genre. We're going to continue having a conversation with her right after this.
When you have to wake your neighbors up.
This is Sahara with Loliwe. This song gets me thinking, though, how many songs have been written when it comes to trains? And it got me asking myself, what is so special about this form of transportation? When can this song be written ever about a tuk-tuk, that form of transportation? Nobody writes a song about go-karts. But when it comes to songs like about trains, I've noticed. Is there a song about an aeroplane, by the way?
Sorry.
Somebody writing about an aeroplane. Ooh, the turbulence. What about for those big ships? Are there any songs about those? But I really noticed that in different languages, you will find out there are songs when it comes to trains. Yeah, Stimela Sasezula, Stimela, then Loliwe, My Train. There's gotta be something so special about trains.
The Shy Guy.
See, people who have something to look forward to don't need an alarm clock.
You listen to The Shy Guy. 3 to 6 a.m. on the Morning Switch. Out and About comes to you every Saturday, 9 till 12 noon. Central African Time.
It's exactly 41 minutes after 11 o'clock right here on Channel Africa. You are on Out and About, and we're having a conversation with Refilwe Maitisi, an incredible human being. She's, I want to say thespian, but she is a musician as well, because you do such incredible work in the theatre space as well. But now has taken a bit of a short lift, because as a creative, you can. This is the nice thing about being a creative or an artist. You can take as many artistic short lifts as you can. So now she's debuted a song titled Home, and we are chatting about that beauty and that feeling when she created the song Home, and all the different pockets of home that she's experienced away from home as well. Tell us about the moment you knew home was ready, and when you listened back and said, yes, this is the song that introduces me in the world.
I knew it when we introduced the guitar. And while we were recording the song, we were trying different improv, different ways, different sounds. And I knew exactly what I wanted. I knew the feeling I would get when I heard it, and it made it like exactly how I wanted it to be. And so it's funny, there's actually a clip of me in the studio with the guy playing the guitar, Opa. He's amazing, and he was playing the song, and I was bobbing my head, and I was like, yes. And then at the end I started pointing like, yes, that's the one, that's it. And that's when I knew that the song
was ready. And this is me. Welcome, world. Hello, world. I've arrived. What does we're gonna play a nice little fun game right now, but before we do, what does this release open doors to? Can we expect an EP, collaborations, performances, or more of Nurabi coming soon?
You can definitely expect performances, and yes, there is new music on the horizon. And I'm back in studio working.
Awesome.
Well, you always have to be working, being in studio. And so that would be next year. So for now, I'm focused on home, enjoying it, introducing myself.
Yeah, man. One step at a time. That's awesome that you're letting the space of the introduction to your music, because sometimes we tend to do too much too soon. So this is really, really incredible. So a quick one. Right. Okay. This is something pretty fun questions. They're not so hectic, but I wanted to know, what feels more like home? Do you, what feels more like home to you? A guitar riff, a cup of tea, or a Joburg sunset?
Guitar.
Okay. All right. So you live home inside that thing. Like, it's your vibe.
The guitar, like hearing someone play it, and for me, that's it. Tea. I enjoy tea. I don't drink it that much.
Can you play the guitar?
Not fluently.
Oh man.
Yes.
Are we getting there?
Yes, we're getting there.
Fantastic.
So I know music theory and I studied
of course,
vocals and
of course,
everything.
Yeah. That's a definite. I would think that you would have that.
Yes.
Under your belt. Which city changed you the most? Joburg, LA, or New York?
Yo, heavy. All of them influenced me in some way. But
Changed
I would
you. Which one
changed.
changed? Yeah.
I would say New York.
Oh, okay. Why?
Definitely.
Why?
New York is its own beast. It's its own jungle. I felt that when I was there, compared to when I was in LA, I was a bit more mature, and I felt that I was a bit freer when I was in New York because I'd already been to LA, I'd already studied, already got my degree there. And so when I went to New York, I felt this sense of, relaxation, and also the culture and being able to move around easily and the music there. So I would definitely say that, and going to a university that's liberal arts and drama, getting both of those. So yeah, New York.
Definitely.
New York.
What's the one song in the world you wish you had written?
Oh, so many. When you listen to it. Okay, so this is very random, but Uptown Funk.
There's nothing random here at Channel Africa.
Yeah. Uptown Funk. Uptown Funk. It gives me goosebumps at the end all the time. So that's one of the songs, but there are many others. Yeah.
And it's so simple, but it's so catchy, It is. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay, that's interesting. Well, the vocals are mad as well, so it's just really, really crazy. Yeah.
Yo.
What's the first thing you do when you land back in South Africa after being abroad?
Okay, so I come home. My dad would fetch me. I get home, and then I'll be like, I feel like something, usually like a food or something, and I'll feel like, Nando's.
Really?
Yeah. The first thing, because they don't have it that side at all. So I'm like, that's my thing.
Do you know what's the first thing I do?
What?
It's go to the tap and drink water.
Because you can't drink from the tap that side.
Yeah, you can't.
You cannot.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
That's the first thing that I do.
Yeah.
After traveling abroad, the first thing I do, I go open a tap if there's water running.
Open.
Yeah, it's just like go. And I'm such a germaphobe, but it's the first thing that I do, just to go to the tap and drink water.
You're
That's
home.
me.
You can do anything.
Yeah. So it's crazy that you say this with the Nando's. Yeah, that's very interesting because Nando's is home, man. It is home.
It really is.
Yeah, it is home.
If people at Nando's at some point knew us, and I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. There was a period of time.
If home had a color, what color would it be and why?
Yellow.
I can see, of course, that makes sense. She's wearing a bit of yellow, orange, and blue, so yes, that would make sense. Why yellow?
Yellow is a happy color. It's a light color. It's lighthearted. It's free. I think there's a purity about it.
Yes.
So yellow's
you're
it
describing
really
yourself as I'm sitting across you. Definitely. Yeah, but that's kind of energy I get. It's a beautiful, beautiful energy, and
Thank
it literally
you.
describes who you are. And I hope you continue with this willingness of being open to the space and what it brings to you, so I hope this journey is kind to you.
Thank you.
It really is. And I hope that you create this bubble where you don't get affected by what's going on out there and just focus on the price, really, which is you and the work. So thank you so much for coming.
Thank you
and
so
being
much.
with us. So yellow is definitely a color that suits you. It is home and it is who you are, Refilwe. So thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
This was fun.
Yeah, that was Refilwe Maidisa, and she's put out some New York in home, of course, and we really appreciate her presence here with us on Out and About. We're going to take a bit of a break and then we'll be back in just a moment.
Out and About comes to you every Saturday, 9 till 12 noon, Central African Time.
Singani bola lela bazaliwe, me beni phela angindinethemba usakubona uyophumelela ay 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 angifuna uningina oh ay 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 angifuna uningina sukela ndisentombi encinci abazali bebe ndikhusela ndingayazi singanibolalela abazali bebe nitshela suke ebhodweni.
Mornings made better with Peter and Asanda on Rise and Shine, weekdays 6 till 9.
The South African Medical Association, SAMA, has officially suspended all relations with the Israeli Medical Association, a move welcomed by healthcare workers for Palestine, South Africa. The organization says this decision represents a powerful stand for medical ethics, justice, and human rights, echoing the global call for solidarity with Palestinians.
And recently, we've also seen other national associations, such as the British Medical Association, Turkish. They've released quite strongly worded statements, although none have gone as far as SAMA, to cut ties with the Israeli Medical Association, as well as to call for the suspension from the World Medical Association. It's a watershed moment that an organization has actually taken this step. And it's not an idle threat. SAMA is a member of the World Medical Association, and they can action this resolution by bringing it before the World Medical Association.
Dr. Sadiq Mullah, chairperson of Healthcare Workers for Palestine, South Africa.
Mornings made better with Peter and Asanda on Rise and Shine.
Você é fluente em português? É apaixonado por rádio e quer trabalhar na África do Sul? Você tem documentos que o qualificam para trabalhar na África do Sul? Nesse caso, podemos ter uma oportunidade para você trabalhar no Canal África. Envie seu currículo e demonstração para Canal África at newsroom@channelafrica.co.za. Lembre-se, se você não receber alguma resposta nossa em 14 dias, isso significa que você não foi selecionado. Canal África, a perspectiva africana.
Out and About comes to you every Saturday, 9 till 12 noon, Central African Time.
Sejahile uzisipinde thina sibonane ayengiphile aphandle kokuthola uthando kuwe hliziyo oh my baby zifike kuwe.
It is Your Love by Azana right here on Channel Africa. My name is Kitty Petla. We've been hanging out on Out and About. Thank you so much. It's been such an awesome time. And in case you missed it, man, we did a whole lot of things. And I'm still eating from the chef's food, and it's been so awesome. Like I forgot what she called and I keep calling them chips, and they're not chips. I keep forgetting the name, and she actually said the name, and she's right. You gotta dip that chip into the gravy, into the acha, everything, the rice and everything. It's just really, really amazing. So it was just incredible to eat some of that food, and she left us a whole lot of food here. So I've just been having a blast with the food. Oh yay! Hello, baby girl. We've got Nola here, who's gonna tell us what's going on at Africa Chart Toppers.
Girl, it's been a hectic week. Oh my gosh, what a week. But we're here now, right? On the Saturday, and this is where we get your Saturday party started to unwind and release the stresses of the past week. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
It's been so hectic, and we all need that moment where we woosa. And that's what the Africa Toppers is all about.
And we need to know what's happening, right?
Yeah.
And just, if it was a stressful week, Africa Chart Toppers is just gonna take off those layers, yeah?
Yeah, I'm
all
gonna
the
bring
new
you songs that have been living in your head rent-free. Songs that have probably captivated you. You heard it once and you're wondering, who's that artist? Who's on that song? You're going to be hearing it on the Africa Chat Toppers. Okay? We've got your viral song of the week. We've got your recent released, dropped EPs and singles. And also we've just got songs that you'll be able to sing along to. And if you can't sing, you'll definitely dance along to them.
That's the whole point, I guess.
Yes.
Saturday, I guess.
Yes.
That's another coming up on Africa Chart Toppers, which is coming up from 12 o'clock until 2 p.m. Central Africa time right here on Channel Africa. A massive thank you to Tabang Tsahane and Kopano Madue, who's our digital team, and Dumelo Mokwena as our technical producer, and Shaila Ndikumana, our producer for Out and About. My name is Kitty Petla. Thank you so much for being with me here on Out and About. Let's do this again some other time. Until then, have a beautiful Saturday. Mwah.
One things to want, one more want, only car to want.